Welcome back, guys, to Midnight Movies. I am your co-host, Cody.
And I'm the other co-host, Nikki.
And this month we are doing my birth month.
Yay!
Yay!
Happy birthday.
Well, thank you. It's not,
Yes.
as of this recording, my
No.
birthday yet, but it's coming up, so... And I'm turning old.
You're turning old. That's
I'm turning
okay.
old. I'm turning 34. My life is already over.
We all turn old eventually.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay.
Except for Benjamin Button. He turns young.
Oh, that's true,
so...
yeah. Freaking
That was a
Brad
curious.
Pitt.
That was a curious case, wasn't it?
It was a curious case.
Also, Keanu Reeves doesn't age, so.
Oh, not at all. Oh, and I would totally believe that conspiracy, quote unquote.
We're getting into this again.
That Tommy Wiseau is a vampire. That's so fun.
That wouldn't surprise me if I heard that he was. Like,
absolutely not.
I don't believe in vampires, but like, if I heard that, I'd be like, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, I'd be like, he is truly.
He is a vampire. So anyway, I guess kind of speaking of vampires.
Yeah.
This week we are talking A Clockwork Orange.
Is this about vampires? What?
Well, Alex has vampire fangs in his mouth at one point.
Oh, does he?
Yeah.
Didn't even look. So you see that?
Oh,
I was like,
really?
he's not a vampire. I was like,
He
what
preys
movie?
upon people. We'll talk about it.
Unfortunately, yes.
But yeah, since this is my birth month, we are going to cover my top 5 favorite movies of all time. And we're starting from number 5, working our way to number 1. And so this week, my number 5 is A Clockwork Orange. So I guess we'll get straight into it. Nikki, what is your experience with A Clockwork Orange?
Okay, so the very first time I saw or heard anything about this was, I don't know if you used to watch like VH1 back in the day.
Not really. That wasn't really my vibe.
Oh, dude, it was my vibe. Like, I loved all the shows. Like, I love the 70s. I love the 80s. And it would just be like random, like B-list celebrities on there just talking about shit. They had one for some reason. I don't know, about movies. It was like, I love the 70s, probably. Well, no, I think it was like I love the 70s. And it was about different shit that was around that time. This was in 1971, The Clockwork Orange.
Kind of right on the cusp of 60s into 70s, because it kind of feels both 60s and 70s at the same time.
It feels very like 60s, but yeah, this was on one of them, and it showed the scene. Well, they were talking about the scene, the singing in the rain scene.
We'll get into that.
And when I saw that, I was like, what an interesting looking movie. Like, to be fair,
out of curiosity, how much of that scene did they show? Because
not a lot.
Okay,
not
because
a lot.
I can't imagine you can air that on public television.
No, they were kind of very much just like hinting that it was not a good scene, and it had like different. It showed him, the close up of his face with his eyelashes.
I thought you were gonna be like his mask.
Well, that as well.
Face mask
during that scene, yeah. But they showed different clips of it, and I was like, this looks like such a weird, interesting movie. I really want to watch it. I was very young when I saw that.
How old were you?
When I saw that VHS episode or VH1 episode,
the VHS episode, Ring video.
Yeah, when I saw the Ring video, I had to have been. I think I was living in my childhood home, so I think I was like under 12.
Oh,
yeah. When I saw the episode of it,
how old were you when you saw this?
When
movie?
I watched it, I also think I was fairly young. Don't know, maybe like 14 to 16.
That still seems very young for this kind of movie.
Yes, and I will say, rewatching it now as an almost 30-year-old. My eyes were a lot more open, and I was like, oh,
you're more woke now.
I was like, oh wow, I didn't see a lot of these things while I watched it the first time.
Yeah.
Or I just didn't remember. It didn't like make an impression on me. I'm sure I know actually the first time I watched this, I was bored out of my mind, and I was like, this is just it's very shocking. But there's a lot of talking and stuff in it, and I wasn't super into it. Watching it now, it dives into a lot of different themes, I'll say, a lot of different issues going on. It is very hard to watch.
It's
for
very
sure.
hard to watch.
Yeah, but
Especially watching it now at my age versus when I first watched it. So.
Yeah, it's just like you said, we're more woke now.
Yeah, I'm so woke.
We're so woke.
I am woke, as Donald Glover would say.
But no, that was my first impression of this, and my impression, yeah.
That's a very young age to
No.
go into this movie, this one. That's crazy. My history with A Clockwork Orange is kind of similar. So I brought up in the podcast in the past the Bravo Top 100 like scariest movie moments.
Yes.
Surprise, surprise! This movie was on there, and it was the singing in the rain scene because, oh my god!
Yeah, it's definitely I feel like out of this movie the most iconic quote unquote scene.
It's the one because it happens so early. It grabs the audience and lets you know like, oh, we're not in for an easy ride here. But I remember seeing that back in high school. Didn't think much of it, but the first time I watched this movie was actually in 2011 when I was 19 years old. This was around the time, like, before I got my job at Margaret. I had a lot of free time on my hand, and basically, like, this was the time that I was really exploring, like, movies as cinema.
Yeah.
So, like, I was going back watching a bunch of the classics and stuff like that, and Kubrick was someone that I knew, like, in high school. Like, I'd seen two of his movies, 2001: A Space Odyssey and The Shining. And so I started really diving more into his movies. I watched, like, Dr. Strangelove, Barry Lyndon, Lolita, Full Metal Jacket, Eyes Wide Shut, and A Clockwork Orange came into there. So I watched it. I remember I loved it at the time. Not fully, like, understanding the themes at the time.
Yeah.
Because I don't think this was in my top 5 back then. I was just like, oh, it's like a shocking movie. It's got some interesting points. I really like it, but didn't really think much of it. But over the years watching it, it's like I've come to appreciate it more and more as time goes on. So
yeah, no, definitely if someone just watched this for the first time and then heard it was your favorite movie, they might be like, you're insane.
We'll talk about it. I have screenshotted some stuff from Letterboxd that would have my head on a platter for saying that this is one of my favorite movies. It's going to be very hard during this podcast to talk about things that happen in this movie without sounding like I'm defending an absolute monster.
We might be. I might be saying a lot.
Yeah. Speaking of saying I have with me a glass of milk. I did not think after Alien
you'd have a glass of milk again.
Yeah, but here's a perfect example. So for those of you that didn't believe me during my Alien episode, if I drank milk.
I love how you're just chugging that. I didn't see this. I've been here for like 20 minutes now.
I had it hidden over here.
I ate a meal here. I've been here for a minute and I did not notice.
I mean, that's Alex and the Droogs things in this movie is they drink milk. They call it Moloko Plus.
Yes.
Which, for anyone who doesn't know, that means milk spiked with drugs, pretty much. When I was younger, I thought it was like spiked with alcohol, but it's straight drugs.
I think I probably thought that too when I first watched this, but now I'm like, it is very much drugged. And it apparently makes them violent.
Or at least it makes these guys.
Yeah, I don't think, because other people frequent the club, and I don't think everyone goes on violent sprees.
I mean, it's like they say, like, at the club, we all fam.
We're all fam. I will say, though, also, in this movie, there's a ton of Russian slang.
Nadstat, as they call it.
And in the book, because you read the book, right?
More so, yes. So for those of you who don't know, I read the book for this. If you're watching this movie and you don't understand what the characters are saying, don't worry, it's even more so in the book. So, like, I was listening to an audiobook while reading it because I was like, I know that there's going to be words in here that I cannot pronounce or even understand.
And you're just going to do that thing in your head where you're like,
yeah, where
just,
it's just like I
mumbling.
gloss over it. For the most part, like through context clues, I can pick up what the characters are saying here and there.
Mm-hmm.
So like there's the word vidi, which means like see or to see.
Mm-hmm.
There's Gulliver, which is your head and stuff like that. But there's some words where it's like they're strung together and it's like, I have no fucking idea what this means.
Yeah, no, and there's like a glossary at
Yeah,
the
there
back,
is.
right?
I went through some of the words to know what they are. I'm actually going to bring it up because I don't know if anyone's going to have any questions.
Yeah. I will say as well, I remember my sister reading this book, and she had asked me if I had seen the movie, and I was like, oh yeah, like it's a hard watch, but interesting, you know. And she was shocked when she went to, I think she might have watched the movie or she saw like clips or like stills from it, and she messaged me and she was like, this is like a grown-ass man in the movie and this is supposed to be like a 15-year-old boy.
In the book he's 15.
Yeah.
According to this movie, they never specifically give his age, but
he's
I think
like 18, 19, right?
Kubrick wanted him to be 17, and then by the end of the movie, he's 19 because he spends 2 years in prison.
Yeah.
So
they did age him up in...
rightfully so, because there are scenes that happen in the book that's just like, I don't think we can get away with a 15-year-old doing this.
No.
Nor can we make Malcolm McDowell, for as young as he look 15.
No,
he
absolutely
kind of
not.
looks 17 a little bit, but 15 would be pushing it.
Like a 17-year-old in the 70s.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
definitely.
Like, I can look at him and he's got like a very boyish face, and you can believe that he is of that age, but no, he was 27 when filming this, so... Wonderful. Well, I guess we'll get into a little bit of spoiler free. So, Nikki, upon rewatching it now, what do you think? How do you feel? How do you feel?
You know, I have a headache today. I literally had a headache all day today.
You're like,
awesome.
Cody, I have a headache, and you're just sitting there drinking milk.
Drinking milk. Disgusting. But no, I mean, when I watched it again, there's a lot of phallic and imagery.
Yeah, there's a lot of sexual imagery in here. Like,
not even just phallic. It's mainly women. Naked women.
I mean, the literal first shot of this movie is the milk bar, and like literally all the furniture and decor in that is just naked women.
Naked women, yeah. Wild. But I mean, it's still a good movie. I will say I appreciated it more watching it this time around because I can kind of get more of the deeper themes of what's going on. But then I also felt really bad because I could just imagine what filming this was like for some of the women in it. Back then.
Let's also keep in mind, this is Kubrick we're talking about.
Yes, and I read about this, and I didn't realize he is known for reshooting a lot.
I think for the longest time, he held the Guinness Book of World Record for the most takes for a single scene, and it was for The Shining.
I was going to say, yeah.
It was the scene between Dick Hallorann and Danny Torrance when they were talking about The Shining. Apparently, it was shot 127 times.
Well, and then you hear about The Shining, and what is the woman's name in that?
Shelley Duvall.
Yes, Duvall. I was like, I know it's like has a D in it. Shelley Duvall. You hear how she was treated on The Shining, and basically they made it so that she was actually going crazy.
Yeah, like most of the time when you're watching The Shining, Shelley Duvall is like mainly not acting. Like when you see her in hysterics, she is actually in
very
hysterics.
much yeah. She is, because he's forcing her to shoot this over and over and over again, and he's also telling the crew to not even treat her as a person. Yeah. So I can only imagine these harder scenes in A Clockwork Orange and the women who had to film those. Oh my god!
Oh, we'll get into it. One woman actually quit.
Yeah. I did see that. So, you know, I do like the movie and the themes and, you know, what it's like trying to say. But then also, I just feel really bad watching it too.
I mean, I get you. Like, this is not an easy film. And I guess that's why I like it so much. It challenges anyone who decides to watch it. It, like, I hate to say it this way, but it does hold up a mirror to society. And just like, this is what the state of the world is.
Yeah.
in a little bit more of an exaggerated way, but like I love the harsh themes of it, the idea of just like what free will actually is and what the cost of that is, and like whether or not the treatment is worth the reward
Yeah.
for what happens into this. Which is why I personally love this movie. It's like it challenges people,
Yeah.
and it does it in such a way that it's like it's not an easy bump to get over.
Mm-hmm.
As we'll talk about that, especially when we get to Letterboxd of how many people dislike this movie.
Oh yeah, and I mean, I get it.
Yeah, I get it too. That like this movie's not for everybody.
No, it's not. It's just like I don't know if anyone's seen the movie Street Trash. Anybody?
No, I don't even think I've heard of that.
Oh yeah, good movie. I don't even know what is it a good movie?
I mean, it's called Street Trash.
It's also another kind of like hard to watch movie, and I remember when I rated it. It's a '87 film. I also put in my Letterboxd review like this is kind of a hard watch. Is that okay? Okay,
Yeah, no,
sorry.
that's okay. Sorry,
Cody pulled something up on the screen. And
I was
that
just
freaked me
double
out.
checking things. Don't worry.
But yeah, it's not for everyone. The movie Street Trash, but I enjoy it. And even when I rated it, I was like, maybe don't watch this if you're like easily offended because there's a ton of racial stereotyping in this, and also a lot of sexism in it too.
Okay.
So yeah,
we'll get into this movie. That there's a lot of perceived sexism in this movie too. Oh,
that's
wow.
like the cover of it.
Those are actually some pretty. Like those
They're
covers
dope,
goes
right?
hard, yeah.
Yeah. No, I
Interesting.
would love. Well, I don't know if we'll do that or not because, like I said, it's kind of it's a little touchy.
Maybe at some point,
But
we'll
like
see.
you should watch it.
Fair enough.
Just leisurely.
Just watch this casual movie about racism and sexism.
I honestly don't even know what it's about. Like I can't remember. I think it's
It's
about
about street trash.
Yeah.
It's about the state of New York in the 90s.
No, I mean it's about like the homeless epidemic in New York and everything like that.
There's another horror movie that's out like that. It's called Chud.
Yeah, I've seen that too.
I quite like Chud.
What is it? I like that not as much as Street Trash.
Oh, okay.
It might have just been the mood I was in. What is it? Something dweller. Because Chud stands for something.
Oh yeah, it does. I'm not gonna look it up right now.
Cody just nodded his
I
head.
thought you were trying to quote a different movie or bring up a different title. It's like, yeah, Chud does stand for something, but I can't remember what it is.
Cody was just letting me babble, and he was just nodding his head like,
Yep, very good, Nikki.
Good job.
Good job. You want a treat?
I would love one.
Grab one of those dog treats over there.
No, I want a human treat. Anyways.
Anyway, I guess we can get into A Clockwork Orange.
Yes.
We start off with some wonderful Wendy Carlos music.
Oh, yes.
The synth in this. God, let me tell you, I wish that I could find this soundtrack anywhere.
Oh, it's not like on Spotify or anything?
No, it's not.
Oh, interesting. I wonder if there's like a vinyl or something of it.
I'm sure there is. I'm sure there's a CD or something
so.
like that, but it's just like, oh, I love this soundtrack.
Yeah.
Actually, it's Kubrick himself who kind of got me into classical music.
Mm.
Like between this, 2001: A Space Odyssey, The Shining, it's just like, God, I love classical music.
I was in band when I was in middle school.
Okay, that
so
makes sense.
yeah.
I was not in band, but I was in drama, so
yeah. Classical music kind of went hard.
Goes hard.
Mm-hmm.
Love me some Beethoven.
Yeah.
Like our main character.
I was like, just like Alex.
Which we get an intense close-up right at the beginning.
Opening with face card and milk.
Mm-hmm.
It is very much just a close-up of his face. He's kind of doing a little smirk.
Well, he's doing the classic Kubrick stare, which is the look down, eyes up, staring into the camera. Like, you see it in all of his movies. It's in The Shining. I believe it's in Doctor Strangelove. It's in Full Metal Jacket. Like, his movie, it's one of his trademarks.
Oh, love that.
Mm-hmm.
And lots of milk.
Lots of milk. They're in the Korova Milk Bar.
Mm-hmm.
Drinking the Moloko Plus to get them riled up for the ultra violence.
Yeah, and as we're slowly zooming out and we're seeing, like we were talked about earlier, the club is just decorated with mannequins, women mannequins.
Mm-hmm.
They're all white, besides their colorful
hair. They got all kinds of colors. They got purples, they got greens, they got oranges.
And I think you guys know what hair we're talking about. And if you don't know, you're too young to be listening to this.
It's both.
It's no,
both.
like as I said, it's everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
It's hair that's everywhere.
And which doesn't seem very sanitary for a milk bar, but what do I know?
I
don't live in this dystopian future.
Well, I also the milk dispensers are also are women mannequins and very much posed like chest out, hands back, like
except
kneeled on the floor.
Except for the tables, which they're basically just
the tables are kind of like crab
women
walking.
Scissoring pretty much.
What? Well, I would
but
say,
yes, they're in a crab walk pose.
Because that's when
I'm just going like this movie has very overt sexual themes. It's like no, it's women scissoring. Yeah, that's essentially what it is.
I'm trying to. It's crab walking. Come on, calm down.
Listen. This podcast. We're not going to be able to talk about this film without bringing up some harsh stuff. Yeah. So saying women scissoring is going to be the least.
That's true.
Is going to be the least weird thing that we.
Well,
say.
The milk dispenses from her teat, from her breast. It comes out, and I thought that was kind of funny.
Also, from the handle underneath is very phallic.
It sure is.
Which is conveniently placed between her legs.
Yep. Wow. Yeah, a lot of this movie, you'll notice that they treat women as like objects because also, even in the houses that they go to assault these women later, they have like the art and everything like that. I think that's more of the women like admiring, the female body, but then whenever you get a man in there, it's like, well, you're gross. Get out of here.
I will say, like, Alex in this movie, he is a complete psychopath.
Yes.
Pretty much from beginning to end. But to me, what a lot of this background decoration does, because a lot of it is, like, sexual imagery and stuff like that, it speaks to the kind of, like, world that Alex lives in. And not really excuse his behavior, but gets us to understand maybe why he is like this. Because, like, even in his own home, they're not fully nude, but there are nude women just, like, covering themselves. So it's like, in a lot of these homes, there's just this overt sexual imagery everywhere. Well,
even that, like, mural leading up to his home has, like,
well, it's a normal mural that like has been graffitied and everything on it, but it's like it speaks to the world that Alex lives in. That maybe like this kind of sexual imagery is just normal everywhere, and so like it's kind of hard to say, but it's just like maybe Alex doesn't get excited at normal sexuality, so he feels
because he just like sees it all the time. So he's like, a woman just being naked isn't gonna do
because
nothing.
let's face it, like in what society would a bar like that be okay to just exist?
Not here. Not that here. I know of.
Maybe in LA. I don't know.
I know. I was gonna say. I
don't know.
Not here where we're at.
Not in the good old Midwest.
Conservative over here.
Jesus Christ! Some of the people in our town would their heads would explode if this bar existed. Just
absolutely, they would have a heart attack. But yeah, so they're drinking this laced milk, and they decide to go on a little stroll.
Go out, and they come across a homeless man just singing away, minding his own business.
Not
and we
really
get this
nothing.
We get this cool wide shot of just like the homeless man up here, and then the four of them, because it's Alex and his three friends, Georgie, Dim, and Pete.
Yes.
And they're approaching this old man, and I just love the shadows that are being
cast. The light
cast.
is behind them. They're very much just like a silhouette walking forward.
It's
a nice shot.
If it's not obvious, I think Kubrick's movies look amazing.
You also really like The Shining, yeah. I don't like The Shining.
I like all of his movies, except for maybe Eyes Wide Shut. I don't know. It's fine.
Eyes Wide Shut. Do I know what that is?
Tom Cruise, Nicole Kidman.
Let me see. Let me look it up.
Tom Cruise stumbles upon secret sex society.
Oh, I have heard of this movie.
It's come into public attention now because of the Epstein files. Which
maybe that's why I've been hearing more about it.
Yeah, it's a fine movie. I don't hate it, but compared to all of his other movies, it's not as good.
But yeah, so they decide to attack this guy who's just
Can you spare some cotta, me brother?
Some kata. Well, he can't. And they are like, we're going to kick your ass instead.
I mean, this is also where we get, like, the first indication of, like, the state of the world that everything's in. Because this guy is just like, you might as well just kill me right now because, like, there's no law and order anymore. They let young people like you get onto an old man like me, and no one cares because everyone's concerned about other unimportant things. They bring up specifically, like, men on the moon, men spinning around the earth. There's no care for, like, human law and order no more. So we kind of already get, like, into a state of just, like, what kind of society Alex lives in. It's a very dystopian, very, like, no one really cares.
No. Yeah, it doesn't really seem like anyone. It's kind of like a look away if you see something happening, if it's not pertaining to you.
And it's more so in the book. In the book, Alex and his Droogs, which, do you know what Droog means?
I feel like I read it somewhere.
It means friends.
Okay.
I used to think it was just a generic thing that he called his own gang, like we're the Droogs, but no, it just means friend.
Oh, just pals.
We're just good old pals.
We're BFFs.
We're good old 15-year-olds just casually beating a homeless man.
Oh, just another Thursday night.
I mean, for Alex, yeah, it is another Thursday night, pretty much.
But then pretty much after this, they go into, I think they said it was an old casino, but it looked more like a theater to me.
Yeah, it is a theater. I think in the book it's a casino, actually. Like, strangely enough, like, Kubrick is known for, like, adapting most of his movies from books. And usually his trademark is he'll change them drastically. So, like, The Shining book and the movie are almost two completely different things. Like, you could almost say, like, the Shining movie is, like, its own thing, and the book is its own thing.
Yeah.
Is how different they are. Whereas this one is just, like, this is his most faithful adaptation. Like, almost word for word, this book is this movie. I think there's, like, minor differences. Like, in the beginning here, I think Alex and his Droogs, like, attack a few more people. There's, like, a man who's coming from a library that Alex and his friends beat up. There's, like, a convenience store that they rob and, like, beat up the people in there. So there's a few more instances of violence, but...
And then, of course, the age.
The age is different. Alex is 15 in the book. And actually, in the book, he is the youngest of the group.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, it is interesting. Because in here, it's just like you got Alex, Dim, and Georgie, who all kind of look the same age. But then you got Pete, like the forgotten Droog, who, like, looks younger than all of the other ones.
He does look a little young compared to them.
But yeah, they go to, I'm guessing it's an abandoned theater. I mean, it could be a casino. Some casinos have, like, stages for
his
dancing.
Voiceover said casino, but it very much looked like a theater to me. But he sees that a woman is being assaulted.
By a rival gang. Billy Boy and his friends, I guess.
And his Droogs or whatever.
And his Droogs.
Yeah.
Yeah, very, very harsh.
This scene, I'm like...
It was hard for me to watch it now as an adult as opposed to me at 19. I was just like, oh, this is going to be rough for me.
Well, just because, like... And now knowing that they probably shot that so many times, and the fact that they are very much grabbing her, and she is very much, like, not clothed. And I'm like, I would feel so uncomfortable.
Well, she starts off clothed, and then they quickly rip everything off. It's hard to watch. It really is.
Yes, it sure is. And then we get, obviously Alex and his gang come up and they kind of interrupt. Mainly not because, hey, they draw the line at assault. No, they don't. That's not them.
You may be fooled to think that is.
At first, yeah, you might have been fooled. But no, they just interrupted because they wanted to kick the shit out of
Alex just wants to kick the shit out of Billy Boy and his friends.
So, I mean, luckily this woman was able to get away.
Yeah, she just runs out of there in a fucking state of panic.
Yes, she scurries away. And then there's this crazy fight scene.
I love this fight scene.
Bro, they're just like
Here's the thing.
Flying.
What I love about the fight scenes in this movie is they're almost staged like ballet. Yeah. And I think Kubrick is like making the connection of just like this beautiful music, this classical music to these like very violent imagery, because like some of them go flying through like this window. Someone takes
Mhm.
another window and smacks it over another person.
Yeah, there's a lot of like in the air shots, and just the lighting too is very theatrical.
Hmm.
Very much like a spotlight
Yeah.
on what's
And I
happening.
feel like anytime we get like violent imagery in here, it's just like it's almost staged like a ballet. There's a few other times later on in the movie
Yeah.
that we'll get there. Interesting to note for the background deco on that stage, though, there is like a head bust of Stanley Kubrick in the
Oh,
background.
is there?
Yeah, you can kind of see it on stage, right? It's like very much in the background. It is Stanley Kubrick's head.
That is so funny. He's like, hey, put my head over there.
Put my head over there.
Art department, put my head over there, please.
Also, put a head bust of Hitler there too, because
Was
there is
that-
one
Oh my
back there too.
god.
I'm not sure if it's exactly Hitler, but he's got the mustache. So
Well,
again, adding into like this kind of almost totalitarianism government of just
Yeah.
like casually, there's just a bust of Hitler like
just hanging
right
out.
there.
But yeah, and then after this, we get another cut of them just racing down the street. They're in
Mhm.
their little.
They have to get out of there because the police have
Car.
been called, or they hear
Yes.
the police come in, and so they're driving down. In the book, this car is stolen. Like they go to a lot and they
Okay.
steal this car,
That doesn't surprise me.
and I'm pretty sure that's how it is in the movie too. Because
I think they might have mentioned it in the voiceover because
I think so.
the narrator of this whole story, this movie, is Alex.
Alex, which like a lot of people accuse this movie of being like sexist towards women or just like objectifying women.
What?
I know, right?
This
Crazy,
movie.
crazy, right? But like in my head, I see it as just like the way that it is that way is because this movie is from Alex's perspective,
Mm-hmm.
and this is how he sees women.
Yeah.
So this is how we're going to see women. It's just kind of that like uncomfortableness that you have to watch because it's like we're being told this story from a psychopath.
Well, and then also you can look at it like they're not painting him as a good guy.
No. Alex
At all.
over his like narrations may frame it like he's a good person.
Yeah, because
but
there's at one point where he's like, and then you have like, you know, your pal Alex here,
Yeah, he's
like
like,
me, like
your
I'm not doing good.
he'll say the words like your friend and humble narrator, which is like
Yes.
directly from the book. Every time he's like your friendly and humble narrator.
Yeah, he is trying his hardest to have you on his side, but obviously we're seeing what he's doing,
You
and you
can't.
could be like, no, like you actually are awful.
And I do want to point it out from here on out. I'm going to say a lot of good things about this movie. I am not on Alex's side.
No, and I mean, you can like a movie about and the
Awful people.
the main character be shit, but you're not liking the main character.
I mean, how
you
many
know?
how many alpha males out there love Patrick Bateman as like their hero?
See, yeah,
And it's like you should not idolize Patrick Bateman.
yeah, and you know the point of movies aren't always saying the main character is a good person,
Hmm.
and I feel like people confuse that a lot because they think, oh, we're watching a movie. Like the main character must be good, or we must
Yeah.
sympathize with them, or something positive must happen, and they get like a redemption arc.
It's
of some
the idea
sort.
of the anti-hero.
Yeah,
Like,
but it's like no, this guy's just a piece of shit, and we're just watching him.
oh,
be a
he's
piece
more
of
than
shit.
a piece of
Yeah,
shit.
no,
He's a
he's-
straight psychopath.
Mhm,
Like,
exactly. So yeah, no, like there's no point in this movie where he is going to be redeemable at any point, and
No.
there's not a point in this movie where they're, in my opinion, I don't think they're trying to make you sympathize with him.
No, they're trying to like make you look at like what kind of world would create a person like
Mhm.
this, and whether or not like that person should exist.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's going to bring up themes and ideas around
Yes,
that kind of
we'll
topic.
get there. Don't
We'll get
you
there.
worry.
Yeah, but at no point is this movie asking you to like Alex.
No, and I feel like that's where a lot of people don't like this movie. It's like, what am I supposed to sympathize with this guy? It's like, well,
It's like,
no,
that's not. I don't even.
you don't
think,
have to. No one's
like,
telling you to.
Kubrick passed away in the 90s, but if he were alive today, I'm pretty sure he would look at like TikTok culture and just be like, no, you're not supposed to sympathize with this psychopath.
Yeah,
Like,
what are you,
that's-
crazy? Why would you do that?
That's one of my favorite things about Christian Bale. Like, he'll hear about like these alpha bros just loving Patrick Bateman, and he'll be like, you should not like Patrick Bateman at all.
Like, it's literally called American Psycho.
Mhm.
He was a psycho. what? What are we doing?
What are we doing?
What's going on?
But yeah, he's creating chaos, driving down the road, like
racing down,
just driving people off the road. One of the weirder shots is just like he goes underneath a semi, and it's just like, how are they not all decapitated from that?
That was crazy. I'm like, they are in a low vehicle,
very low.
Like actually,
Shorty get low,
get low. Shorty had them apple bottom jeans, boots with the fur, with the fur.
God damn. Out of all the things during our A Clockwork podcast, I did not think we'd sing low.
Flow Rider?
Yeah.
I didn't either, but here we are.
That's crazy.
But yeah, they're literally in a go-kart. I don't even know.
Yeah, pretty much. It doesn't look like a real car. I'm pretty sure it's not.
No, but they cause an ruckus. They arrive
at home.
There's just a house with home. Like it's a sign that says home. Kind of like a hotel would have like a vacancy sign, but it's like in the ground. It's hard to explain.
And if you think that's lazy set decoration, no, that's how this book is described. Like, that's how this home is described in the book. It also says home, pretty much.
That's so weird. But they arrive there, and this is a classic thing that home invaders do. They knock on your door, and, you know, when you answer, they're like, please help. There's been an accident. Like, it's life or death. Like, can we use your phone?
Mrs., there's been a terrible accident. My friend is lying bloody on the ground. He's dying. It's a matter of life and death.
Yes, like...
You guys can tell how much I've seen this movie.
And I was like, that was word for word what he said.
Almost.
But, yeah, he is wanting to get in, and home invaders will do this. And you know what the best option is?
Don't open your door.
Don't open the door. Keep it locked, and call the police. Be like, yo, I'll call for you. Don't you worry. But you could stay out there.
To be fair, this was the 70s. It's a more innocent time.
Bro, I mean, but
although I don't know what time period this movie's supposed to be set in, because it's like a future dystopian.
Supposed to be, yeah.
So.
But I will say I am also proud of some of the people, because all of the women in this movie were like, yeah, no, I don't think I should open this door. But then, unfortunately, this woman's like, yeah, we don't have a phone. Sorry, you're going to have to go somewhere else. But then her husband says, well, who is it? What does he want? And she's like, well, he says there's been an accident. He's like, well, better let him in. I'm like, no.
No, it's always the man.
Don't do it.
Interestingly enough, in the book, this writer is named F. Alexander, so he's also another Alex.
Okay.
And interestingly enough, the book he is writing, in the book at least, is called A Clockwork Orange.
Oh,
so even though this movie's titled A Clockwork Orange, like they never explain in the movie what that means. But they go into a little bit more detail as to what A Clockwork Orange means in the book.
Okay.
Do you have any theories as to what it means, or did you look it up?
I had some notes. Well, because people were saying that he could have gotten it from the quote, queer as a clockwork orange.
Which apparently may be like a made up.
Yeah, because then they're like, but also we think that he might have just made that up. But apparently queer as a clockwork orange means like extremely bizarre or strange. But also people were saying that it was like Alex being a living thing, like an orange. Yeah. Organic. But, you know, being like his brain being hypnotized or reworked like a clock, more mechanical kind of thing. Is that what?
That's pretty much. It's just the combination of something that's organic and something that is artificial.
Okay.
So much like Alex's journey throughout this movie, like his natural being is being this violent, like delinquent, which is the orange. And then later he is forced to change his ways against his will, the clockwork. So like A Clockwork Orange, like it's foreshadowed of just like, this is who Alex is going to become. Yeah. And even in the book, on the nose, they even like have Alex say, am I to become a clockwork orange?
Yeah, it's such like a weird, because I've only ever heard A Clockwork Orange talking about this book or movie. I've never heard it anywhere else.
I don't think it's an actual phrase outside. So but I know a lot of people, like, they see this movie and they're like, why the fuck is it called A Clockwork Orange? Well, that's why. It's
There you
basically just being like, this is who Alex is. He is an organic thing that is going to be forced to become inorganic, basically. So yeah, that's the book that he's writing. It's called A Clockwork Orange, which they never mention in this movie, but it is interesting to note in the background on one of his like bookshelves, there is an orange sitting there.
Oh,
so
interesting.
Yeah.
I think way later in the movie, when Alex comes back and he doesn't recognize him at first, he talks to him about how he was like writing a book about the law and how it's corrupt and whatnot.
Well, that's kind of who the writer becomes, because like when we get into what happens at this house, he basically like turns against the government because basically in his mind they're allowing this kind of shit to happen.
Yeah.
And we'll learn later, like, they hire criminals to become policemen. And, like, they abuse they abuse that power and, like, violate people. So that's kind of what becomes his motivation later on in the movie, to just be like, I'm very much against the government. I'm against the government. I know that's controversial to be against the government.
Well, I mean, I get it, though, in this,
No, I get it. Like, there's a lot of parallels to nowadays that this movie makes.
Which is so sad, since this was in 71.
Yeah, this was 50 years ago. Crazy.
And it's like, it's still very prevalent.
Not much has changed.
No. What the... Anyways.
Anyway, we get into probably the most uncomfortable scene in the entire movie.
And the one that we were talking about earlier, the singing in the rain. Because once the woman opens the door, Alex and his droogs come in and they attack them. They
hold the woman down and they kick the writer in the face. They restrain both of them. And this is when Alex, like conducting a concert, just tells, like, Pete, check the rest of the house. Dim, hold her here. And then he gets into singing in the rain.
Yes, and also they're...
singing in the rain. Just singing in the rain.
But they're also in disguises.
Yep, they've got their masks on.
Very phallic-shaped
well,
nose.
Alex does. He's got the phallic one. Dim's got, like, a weird, like, clown nose one or something like that, so... interestingly enough, in the book, they're described as, like, being masks of, like, famous people.
Oh. Peeper.
Like, I think the one that Georgie is wearing is, like, supposed to be Elvis Presley, so...
Interesting.
I can't remember who the other ones were in the book, but they're celebrities I don't know.
Okay. You're like, I don't know who they are. But yeah, so they're attacking them. They're very much assaulting the woman as well, and... the man they're forcing to watch while this is going on.
Should we say what kind of assaulting they're doing on this woman?
I think we know what kind of assaulting they're doing on this poor woman.
It's a SA.
Yes.
Yeah.
And later we find out, whenever we do revisit this home, that they have crippled the man permanently.
He's in a wheelchair, which is different from the book. In the book, he's not a cripple.
Okay.
So, interesting choice to make.
Yes.
I feel like.
And they also, the woman, she ends up committing suicide, correct?
No. In the movie, they describe that she dies of pneumonia. But the writer thinks that the intruders were responsible for her death. Okay. Like, he thinks that she died because of the encounter.
Man, I was right there with him. I'm like, she killed herself.
But no, in the movie, they're like, she died of pneumonia, which is different in the book. In the book, she does die of this incident.
Oh, okay.
Like, they make that very clear that Alex pretty much either directly or indirectly was the cause of her death.
Okay.
But no, in this movie, he says, like, the doctors told me that it was pneumonia because it was months later and there was a flu epidemic. But no, I know what it was. It was a victim of the modern age.
Oh, interesting. Interesting. Okay.
But yeah, fun fact about this scene.
Oh, fun.
To say fun.
Yeah.
Singing in the Rain, that was improvised by Malcolm McDowell. So Kubrick was just like, what a very strange thing to say about a scene like this. He found it very, like, mundane to film.
Crazy.
I guess, like, I don't know how it would be to film a scene like this, but just like not really much interesting going on.
Nothing interesting's happening here. Can you like
just
do
a woman
something?
being assaulted? Yeah. It's fine.
Can you like entertain us?
Yeah, he pretty much went up to Malcolm McDowell and was like, I don't know, can you do some dancing or something like that? And so Malcolm McDowell was like, okay, I'll dance and I'll sing a song. And the only song that he knew the lyrics to was Singing in the Rain. Mm-hmm. And Kubrick loved it so much, he paid $10,000 for the rights to Singing in the Rain.
And apparently the singer of that, or
Gene Kelly,
yeah, he hates.
Oh, yeah.
Hates that they put this in the movie.
And I love the encounter that he has with Malcolm McDowell. Like, he runs into him at a party, and Malcolm McDowell's like, hey, how's it going? And Gene Kelly just looks at him and walks away.
He was probably like, fuck you.
I mean, it is kind of his fault. He was the one who sang that song, so...
Yeah.
Which is interesting. But yeah, I think most people, when they think of Singing in the Rain, they either think of the movie, which I think I thought of first because I was a drama kid. I saw that movie long before I saw this movie. Or they think of this movie.
Yeah.
Or they think of the movie Robots, where Robin Williams' character sings that song, too.
Oh, does he?
Yeah, he's like, I'm singing in the oil. I'm singing in the oil.
I just remember his Britney Spears moment that he had.
That's my favorite moment in that movie.
Oh,
baby.
Yeah.
How was I supposed to know? We're singing so many songs on this podcast.
Well, I mean, this is heavy.
Yeah, this is a very, very heavy movie.
Gotta do something with it.
Gotta entertain ourselves. And I'm all out of milk, so...
And I'm all out of milk.
But let me tell you, I'm sharped up for that ultraviolence.
Yes, because speaking of milk, we're back at the club.
We back at the club.
Because at the club, we're all fam. Sorry.
Can you imagine if Kubrick put that line in there?
Please.
Just Alex, like, looking at his other droogs, just being like, at the club, but we all fam.
They're like, what the fuck?
Dim just looking and was like, what the?
But they're back, and this is when we're sensing some tension in the game.
Well, first we get our introduction to Alex's love of classical music, specifically Beethoven, because, like, he describes the jukebox at the place, like, keeps going in and out. So a woman across from them starts, like, singing along to Beethoven's Ninth. Yes. And Alex is just like, I fucking love Beethoven. And I'm just like, same, Alex. I also love Beethoven.
And Alex is like, sing it, girl. I love that.
But when she stops singing, Dim, being, like, the big thuggish brute, he's just like, pretty much. And then Alex hits him with his cane.
Yes.
For being an inconsiderate bastard.
And this is when, you know, we got tension now. We
the Droogs are kind of getting tired of his shit.
Dim is tired of him treating him like a lesser. I think Georgie is also saying, like, yo, that's not cool. And
Pete's just sitting there like...
Pete's not really saying nothing.
Pete's like, I got no lines.
He's like,
I think he says one word in the entire movie.
I feel like he does too. Maybe like just a line or even that. Like
no,
maybe, he just says right.
Yeah, he says right during the bar scene later in the movie. That's his only line.
It.
Which is interesting because we'll get into it later. Pete does play a significant role in the book.
Oh.
So...
but at one point, I don't know who said it, but I wrote it down. They said dabadoo.
Dim says that.
Dabadoo.
To be fair, I don't know what that means.
I don't know either, but I wrote it down and I said dabadoo.
Dabadoo.
You know when
blue, dabadee, dabada. We need to stop.
But they end up basically submitting to Alex.
Yeah, because Dim is just like, don't call me that no more. And Alex is like, you want to fucking run that by me again?
He's like, we can go fucking fight right now.
And Dim's like, actually, let's all just go home and get some sleep.
He's like, we must be tired. So we see Alex goes home. There's some wild decor in his home.
Not only that, but this is like another instance of just seeing what kind of world that Alex lives in. Like, this is government, like, homing for them. And, like, the whole fucking place is just a dump. There's trash everywhere.
It looks like an abandoned building he's going into.
Pretty much. I mean, the fucking elevator, like, the door's fucking
it's
pried
just
open,
broken off.
But there's like trash even scattered all across the outside. It's just like, man, this is like a shit society to live in.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, honestly, inside his house is pretty nice. It's very well decorated. He has a snake. He's
got a snake, which I love because apparently Malcolm McDowell is afraid of snakes.
I love how they didn't have to add that because it's not in the book.
No,
right?
it's not.
Yeah,
Alex doesn't have a pet. Kubrick just did it. He mainly described it as it makes Alex look a bit more intimidating because like he has a pet snake. And also is his practical joke on Malcolm McDowell because he hates snakes.
He's like, hee.
He's like, tee. Pick up this cobra.
But then, okay, he gets a little comfortable, right?
Mm-hmm. To a little bit more Beethoven.
Is he wanking it?
That's a popular theory.
Okay.
Officially, what it is he's taking off his boots.
Okay.
But what I do love to interpret it as he is jacking off.
Yeah, because he's playing Beethoven and there's a very close-up shot and then you just see him like messing with something out of frame.
Like his arm keeps going up and down like this.
But it's weird because it's an up and down motion. So I'm like, I don't know what he's doing down there.
And he's also doing the classic Kubrick stare again, looking up, like face down, eyes up.
Yes.
I thought you were gonna bring up like the dancing Jesus moment in this, where it's edited.
For him
I really like that.
That
just like
funny.
you take these inanimate objects and you make them basically come to life. And I think that's very funny.
Jig.
It's like it's 5 Jesuses like up, not up on the cross, but like they got the what is it called?
The nails in his hand, the crucifixion.
There's a specific like stigmata, I think.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh,
I haven't been Catholic in a while.
They're all they got their legs out and stuff. They're in a dancing pose, and the way that Kubrick cuts it.
Anyways, so he's not jerking it.
No, he's not. He's not jerking his penis. Yes. No.
But yeah, so now it's the next day. Mm-hmm. Possibly. I don't know where we're at, but it's the next day.
In the book, it's the very next day.
Yeah, his mom's like, yo, why aren't you going to school, bud?
Alex is like, I got a terrible pain in me Gulliver. I must sleep. I'll be well by the afternoon.
See, when he said that, I assumed Gulliver was like his gut.
Yeah, because, I mean, it begins with the G. I think when I initially saw this movie, I thought so too.
Mm-hmm. But I guess you said it means head.
Mm-hmm. So basically, he's saying he has a bad headache.
Brother, I had a headache this morning and I still had to go to work. So
girl, I got a headache constantly. I'm 34 now, so...
Mm-hmm. It is a constant.
But we get like an insight into Alex's life, and he's got the most absent parents ever. They have no fucking clue what their son's up to.
No, like they were talking about how he's like gone at all hours of the night. Mm-hmm. He comes home, he doesn't go to school. Like he hasn't been to school this whole week. It doesn't really seem like they care too much. Like she tries, but I mean, also I think that they're a little afraid of him. It seems.
So in the book, it's made clear Alex runs this house.
Mm-hmm.
Like he has complete control over his parents, and the parents are like spineless to do anything about it.
Which is just so sad because I mean there are obviously instances of this happening like in real life. Mm-hmm. And it's just like that must just be tough for the parent because it's like what do you do at that point?
I don't know, fucking whip your kid.
Well,
I'm not all for beating your kids, but this kid in particular.
Some parents don't like beating their children, Cody.
Just get a car antenna and fucking whip him across the face. Look, again, I'm not for child abuse, but that child needs to be hit, okay?
Also, I'm wondering, so then, his parents leave for work or doing whatever they need to do,
mm-hmm.
and then a random man enters the home.
I love how this is framed, because first he comes out of his door. I love that his door lock is a literal combination.
Yes.
And then he walks, he's like fucking picking up
Alex,
his underwear.
He's...
And it's a great shot because you're tracking with him through the hallway, and then you just pass his door, and there's a man in the background sitting on the bed.
And it's not his parents because we just saw his parents.
Mm-hmm.
Saw his mom. She has, I think, purple hair.
She's got purple hair, yeah. And the dad, I don't know if you recognize the dad. He plays Delbert Grady in The Shining. He's the ghost overlook. What is it? Bartender? He's the one who's like, you have always been here, Mr. Torrance. He's kind of a regular of Kubrick. He was in 3 of his movies. He was in this, Barry Lyndon, and The Shining.
Nice.
So
Okay.
Kubrick doesn't usually have like repeat workers because not many people want to work with him again.
Yeah.
But like him and Peter Sellers, like he worked with a few times. So
Okay.
but yeah, he's the Delbert Grady from The Shining.
And he's also bald.
He's very bald.
So we know that it's not this man who we just kind of see in the peripheral of the camera following Alex. And Alex kind of...
Alex stops and he's just like,
hold on a
wait
second.
a minute.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of like we, the audience, are just like, what the fuck
Who
was
was
that?
Yeah, so he backtracks and sees this dude who, do we ever find out who the hell this guy is? Is it like his caseworker?
It's pretty much like essentially his caseworker.
Okay.
So like Alex has gotten in trouble in the past and has went to like a reformatory school. Okay. And so this is kind of like the person who has to like watch over him to make sure that he's actually doing good.
Okay. That makes sense.
But his name is Mr. Deltoid, so...
Deltoid?
Yeah, that's his name.
Oh, interesting.
Mm-hmm.
These deltoids.
Let me check out this deltoid. He's also a weird perv. Let me double check to make sure that's his actual name because I don't want to get... Yeah, deltoid.
Okay. Yeah,
PR deltoid. Yeah.
In my notes, I was like, a doctor, a guy, a stranger?
I don't want to get another character's name wrong after I did for our Child's Play ranking.
Oh yeah, so that's coming out. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
We got
we referred to Fiona Dourif's character as Mika. It's actually Nika.
Nika, not Mika.
N, not N. So
you know, whenever I answer the phone at work, everyone always thinks I'm saying Mickey.
And they're like, oh, Mickey.
Well, they're like, that's a name. I'm like, you don't think of Nick. I mean, Mickey is a name. I knew a Mickey in high school. And it was very confusing in our class because we also sat right next to each other. So when, like, the teacher was like, hey, and, like, called one of us, we'd both be like, which one? Because we need more of an emphasis. But, yeah, like I said, not that that's not a name, but when someone says, hi, this is Nikki, you're immediately like, Mickey? What's up, Mick?
That's so weird because I also knew Mickey in high school. He was on the Disney Channel though.
No,
so.
not.
And he was kind of mousy a little bit.
What's Mickey Mouse's actual name? Jade, let us know.
It's Michael Mouse.
Michael Mouse, yeah, Michael. That is it.
Michael M. Mouse.
Michael M. Mouse.
It's his full government name.
Then yeah, not.
Yeah,
Michael.
but he comes across Pierre Deltoid, his caseworker, and he's basically like, so you haven't been in school, yes? He's a very posh British person. He's just like, yeah.
He's so interesting. A very interesting character that only comes like in 2 scenes, this one and another one, but he sticks with you.
Yeah, because,
so good for him.
Because he is also a weird perv. Because like he has Alex sit with him on the bed. This scene plays a little differently in the book. Like it's almost word for word the exact conversation, but like instead they're having it in his living room.
Okay.
And they're sitting on 2 different chairs. But in this one, he's like, come into bed with me. And then like he makes him lie down with him. Again, like another government worker who's just a weird creep and a weird...
Well, and like we said, Alex is just in his like undies,
yeah, he's literally
his tidy
in his
whities.
You can almost see his dick. Like,
almost, it's very much there. And so yeah, when the Mr. Deltoid brings them back, it's already like, this is a little uncomfortable. But then at one point, he literally
brings his fist down on his balls.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, like, I know that Alex also had his hand over there, but like that shit looked painful.
You could tell he was bracing for it because at one point he moves his hand near them.
Well, he'd have to because otherwise it's just like a direct fist onto him. And for all my guys out there, yeah, you feel that.
All my dudes,
bros.
You know what that feels like, man.
Fellas, is it gay to have your caseworker hit you in the balls?
It is.
It is. It's very gay. Don't do that.
Oh, and I thought this scene was funny too, because at first, I don't think I probably even noticed this when I first watched this, but as Alex leaves, his caseworker picks up just a random glass that he thinks is just of water and starts like drinking it. it has dentures in it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like,
pure
ugh.
false teeth.
Yes, so gross. And then
Yeah.
he notices at the end and he's like, just so disgusted.
Yeah, like literally he's just sitting there sipping and he's not noticing. It's until he gets to the bottom of the glass and the dentures move, he's just like, oh.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh, what
It's
a
not-
funny scene though.
I think
That
it's
wasn't
intentional.
necessary.
I think it's intentional. I think Kubrick, like, just kind of generally, like, doesn't like people working for government and stuff like that. Like, literally, Dr. Strangelove is just, like, an hour and a half of just, like, government officials fucking bumbling around trying to stop a nuclear disaster and stuff like that. And in this one, like, we'll get to, like, an officer in this movie that, like, he feels straight out of a Monty Python skit. Like, I feel like he has very little respect for government officials, and to that I say base.
Down with the system. But now we're at a music store.
Mm-hmm. I love this record store. It is so interesting.
It looks sick as hell. The set design is crazy.
I fucking, like, one thing that I love about Kubrick's movies is they're always top notch.
This one was fun. Oh, totally forgot, by the way, the budget of this film.
Yeah.
$1.3 million, and box office was $114 million.
Made a pretty penny, which is interesting because I think this movie was banned in the UK for a long time.
I have a fun fact. It actually wasn't banned in the UK. That's a very, what's the word I'm looking for? A common
misconception.
Yes.
I think what I'm thinking of is Kubrick intentionally pulled it from the UK.
Yes. That is what it is. But this movie, obviously we're talking about how heavy it is. It was banned in Ireland, Singapore, South Africa, Brazil, Spain, and Malta.
Really, in Spain, I feel like they wouldn't care. But
no,
what do I know?
It was banned in a lot of places because of the fact that it's gross.
Yeah, there was
a lot of bad things happen in it.
I didn't look it up, but I'm pretty sure this movie might have fallen under like the UK's like category of
the video nasty.
Yeah. Like I love that
for sure.
I love that Evil Dead is part of the video nasty.
Honestly, I don't think it takes a lot for something to be on the video nasty.
I don't think it takes a lot to ban movies because I think like
it really doesn't.
Like you look at some of these movies that have been banned in the past, like something like Borat.
Yeah.
And it's just like looking back at it, it's actually not nearly as like controversial as people think.
Well, even that one Christmas movie we did.
Silent Night Deadly Night.
Yeah, that was banned too.
Yeah, it was crazy out of all movies.
Yeah, it's like just because Santa.
Not in America though. People protested it. So.
Yes, but yeah, it's odd. But no, this music store is
fucking raw,
gorgeous. Yeah,
I love how we come up on one frame and like literally right there is the soundtrack to 2001: A Space Odyssey. And I'm just like, same. I also have that soundtrack, and I fucking love that soundtrack.
I said, look at it. But Alex goes up and he's there to pick something up. He's looking for his order. I don't know. But then you see some ladies.
See some young little devochkas, as he calls them, which is the what's this fucking language called?
Russian slang.
Yeah, the Russian slang. It's called fucking nadsat.
No.
It's basically, it means girl or young girl or something like that.
Well, they're enjoying some
very phallic popsicles.
Yeah.
Are they popsicles or are they like?
I thought they were maybe lollipops.
Kind
like
of, but it's
something.
like one of them's melting.
Yeah, it seemed like that, but also I was like, is there just a lot of like spittle on it?
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe that's it. I don't know.
But yeah, like one of them is like, it's just a straight penis.
It very much
One of them is bending over like that.
And
like,
Alex makes a joke like, what's wrong with yours?
Yeah.
But he picks these girls up, takes them home, and has just a nice little threesome.
Okay.
But
okay. So here's the thing.
Like, remember when we were saying that like the ages were different from like in the book and in the movie?
For anyone who's out there, I understand if you don't want to read this book because even I had a hard time reading this.
I would say maybe don't read the book if you like already don't like this movie.
Because this is
definitely don't read the book.
This is so much worse. So much worse. So in the book, it pretty much plays the same way, except these girls are described as being 10 years old. And let me just say the debauchery that goes on after that is let's just say non-consensual.
Because I say at least in this, it is very much consensual.
Yeah, they're on board with it, and they look to be about Alex's age.
Yes.
So
they all seem in the same age range.
And God, let me tell you, reading it was not great.
I would have been like
literally when it described them as being no older than 10, I had to go back and reread that. I was just like, excuse me, what? Did I read that correctly? It was hard. It was hard to get through reading that.
I was gonna say that was me whenever we talked about this in the Child's Play ranking, but I told you there was that like true crime case. And when I first read it, I like had to read the ages like 3 times because I was like, that can't be right.
Also, it should be noted, the woman at the beginning that the rival gang was assaulting, in the book, she is also described as being 10.
Oh my God.
That is yet another book this year that I read that had underage sex in it. If I had a nickel for every book that I read that had underage sex in it, I would have 2 nickels, and I fucking hate that.
Said, I don't want those 2 nickels. Take those back.
So here's the thing on this podcast. What I love to do is I love to go and read the book of the source material of any movie that we watch. I'm going to do research now before we do. And if it has underage sex in it, I'm not reading it. Yeah. I'm not doing it anymore. I can't do it.
Fair. Save yourself.
Yeah. Like, I wanted to read this book for the longest time, ever since I saw the movie, but reading it, it made me realize I can't read stuff like that anymore.
No, I get it. I mean, good. You're putting your foot down, and I love that for you.
I'm not doing it. Sorry.
But anyway,
at least in this movie, we get like a really funny sex scene.
Yeah, it is. It's just them like.
It's sped up. I think Malcolm McDowell said like, in the unaltered cut, it goes for like 30 minutes, which makes sense.
And I'm sure they also made them do this over and over and over and over and over again.
Definitely. But I just love the framing of it because like they get into it, and then like one of them gets up, gets fully dressed, and then Alex goes, undresses him again, and then
brings her back, and then the other girl goes and she starts getting dressed, and I think then they pull like both of them in or something, right?
Alex just once again gets him undressed, and then like both of them are just like, well, I guess we're here for the long run, and then they just go at it again.
Yeah.
So they took a very disturbing, really hard to read section of the book, and they made it funny. So which is the right instinct.
Because doing it any other way,
I can't. Yeah, I couldn't do it.
But then after this, his Droogs come. Droogs. I keep saying Droogs. It's Droogs. The Droogs come over. I know.
Like the
Croods.
Cronenberg. Oh, the Crew. I was thinking of
the Droogs is something too, right?
I think so. But I was thinking of the Brood, the Cronenberg movie.
Yeah. We got there. Don't worry. It's okay. But his gang comes over, and they're challenging his leadership yet again.
This movie, though, gives me, both the movie and the book, gives me my little favorite bit of NADSAT. And that is the phrase, apple polylodgers.
Wow.
Which is a very long-winded way of saying apologies.
Okay.
But I just love it. Anytime it's used in the book, and when Alex says it here, it's just like, apple polylodgers.
Yeah, a lot of this the slang they use, I got some of it, others I'm like, well, all right, that's fine.
That was my experience first watching this movie. It's just like, I got the gist of what you're talking about, but I have no fucking clue what you're talking about.
What the fuck you're saying.
But yeah, this is where the Droogs are just like, they're questioning Alex's leadership now. They're just like, hey, we're kind of tired of your shit. You're kind of acting like a child. And we want like the big money. Like, they're kind of thinking, in essence, kind of long term. Yeah. Whereas Alex is just like, why the fuck do you want money? Like, if you want a car, just fucking go steal one.
Yeah, he's like, what's the point? So I think it's Georgie and Dim. They're the main instigators of all of this.
Yeah, because Pete's just kind of background decoration. Yeah. He's just kind of there for the ride.
But Georgie has an idea. And, he wants to do this heist I don't know, get some big money.
Mm-hmm.
And Alex's like, sure.
Yeah.
We'll
Alex
do
is
that.
like, initiative comes to those who wait. I have taught you much, my little droogies.
Yes, and
I love McDowell's performance there because, like, he's all smiley on the outside, but you can see in his eyes just rage.
Oh, he's pissed. And I love this shot because they're walking down.
Mhm.
There's I feel like there's water next to them.
I think it's a river.
Yeah.
They talk about, like, they're walking along some kind of, I can't remember the name of it, some kind of boulevard.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but the image of all four Droogs just walking there.
And Alex has his cane in his hand, and he just whipped, and they're slow-mo walking, right? And they're just all pals hanging out, you know, Dim and George are like, hell yeah, he went with our idea. And you just see Alex just whip the cane back, just like you just whipped your mic. And he slams it into Dim. And he goes,
no, he slams it into Georgie first.
Oh, is it Georgie first? Oh, you're right.
Hits him
Georgie.
Across the balls.
Yes. And goes into the water, right?
Mm-hmm. Again,
into
like,
the water.
all of this is framed like a ballet. Like, the way Georgie falls into the water, the way the water splashes up.
Because then, once Dim sees that, he takes his chain.
He takes a chain out, and he's swinging it above his head, and he jumps, and Alex gets out of the way. And as, like, Dim's falling backward, Alex just backhands him with the cane.
It's all in it's so beautiful.
It's great. Like, when I think of imagery that I love from film, like, this kind of, it goes towards the top of my list. I love this whole sequence.
Yeah, and Pete is just in the back, like, I don't even know what's going on,
at one point, Pete just fucking gets up and starts running away.
Yeah,
because it's like, I don't want fucking none of this.
This ain't me, bro. And I love when Dim goes to try and get out, and Alex goes to, like, help him up.
Well, I love at first because, like, he jumps into the air and, like, whips his cane back behind him. Like, again, it's very ballet of just him jumping up in slow-mo.
Yes.
And then this is when we get the reveal that he has a knife in his cane. And he pulls it out. Yeah. I remember when I first watched this movie, I was like, oh, fuck, he's gonna, like, stab him and kill him and stuff like that.
I thought maybe, but when he reaches out
grab
Dim.
He reaches out to get Dim.
And he slices his hand. And I love Dim. It's just like,
I love Dim's face when he falls back into the water. He's just like,
yeah, like, he couldn't believe what just happened.
I think when me and my brother watched this movie a long time ago, we kind of made fun of this scene. Whenever he went back, we were just like,
it's a funny scene, but it's so nicely done.
Yeah, and it pretty much sets, like, the stage back to where it was. Like, Alex has taught these Droogs a lesson. Just, like, don't know your
place kind of thing. Don't.
Like, Georgie's not the leader. I'm the leader.
Yeah.
They go to this bar. Should be noted, it's not the Korova Milk Bar. It's just, like, a regular kind of bar.
A normal bar.
They're just having drinks. I just love, like, they're just all sitting there very awkwardly.
Just kind of sad. And I love Alex is just trying to egg them on. He's like, so, Georgie, what was that plan? Like, what was the thing you wanted to do?
Well, I mean, at first he's just like, so, we're all good now, right? Yeah. Everything's back to the way it was, huh?
And this is when Pete has his first line.
Yeah, his only line where he just says, right. Because Alex is just like, we're all back to the way we are, right?
Right. And then he starts egging them on, being like, so, like, what was that you wanted to do, huh? And
I love Georgie is just like, nah, not tonight. No.
Come on.
Yeah,
what is it?
I love the sternness, and he's like, what was it in thou mind has?
He's like, fucking say it now.
I kind of get the feeling that, like, this heist didn't initially start off as, like, betraying Alex.
No.
But, like, you get that shot after Alex, like, pries into, like, what do you want to do? You get a shot of Georgie, and he kind of smiles a little bit, like he's putting into his head of just like, I know how we can turn this around.
I don't think this is a great idea for Alex. I don't know what kind of power play he was wanting to do here by go ahead and doing what Georgie wanted to do after he attacked them.
I think it's just Alex just like, well, you can give me the idea, but it's like, I'm going to take control of it. It's probably just another power play of just like, it may be your idea, but now I am the leader and I'm going to headway this plan that you have.
I guess so, but this was just not. He definitely thought that he had more of a hold on them than he actually did.
Yeah.
Because he thought that, okay, I've scared them enough.
I mean, you think of Alex of just like he controls his household.
Ego.
I mean, he's a fucking
Yeah.
psychopath.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, of course he thinks he has complete control over the situation when, in fact, like, he's going to learn he does not.
No. But the whole job that they're doing is going to this woman. She has a lot of cats.
Fitness farm is what they call it, which I don't know what the fuck that is.
I don't know either, but I guess she has money.
In the book, this
know.
woman is described as being like much older than she is.
Okay.
So it's an interesting change of just like making her this fitness person.
Yeah, that is interesting. She has a lot of sexual imagery in her home.
She's got my favorite piece, the bauble penis.
She does have a bauble penis. That later is used to kill her. But yeah, again, the same thing happens where Alex goes, help, let me use your phone, blah, 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 blah.
But this woman is wise because she had read in the paper earlier that morning about the assault that they did the previous night.
And she's like, this sounds just like what they had in the paper.
She was like, the wording of it sounded exactly like this thing that happened yesterday.
Yeah,
so.
well, and she calls the police to tell him that, so they're already on their way.
Smart. Smart until you realize that at one point she says, oh, it's not necessary to send the cops. They're already gone. It's like, lady, you don't know if they're gone.
Just come, yeah.
Yeah, just come anyway.
But Alex breaks in. I forgot. Does he find a window that's open?
Yeah, so like after the lady shoos him off, like they go around the house and they find a window that's open up there, and he's like, Droogs, make a ladder. I'm gonna climb up here and get in there.
And so Alex is in here by himself at this
He's
point.
wearing his mask.
Yes. He goes into where the cat lady is at, and she's like, "Get the hell out of here! Who the fuck are you?"
I love how he looks around the room, just as surprised at the sexual imagery as
we are. Yeah, as an audience, like, oh wow.
Because I think he wouldn't have expected someone as old as this to have something like that. But again, it plays into the idea of just like sexuality must be like kind of normal in this world of just like literally every painting is of a naked woman, and again she has like a
just
bauble penis
spread right open, man. Like cheeks and all.
Well, I mean, Alex's painting that he has in his room is just a woman just literally legs up,
spread eagle. But yeah, and then she has
head down, ass up.
Yeah. Yep. But she also has the bauble penis, and so he takes that, and she's like, "Don't touch that."
Well, at first, he does the little finger thing, and it just bloop, 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 bloop.
Bobbles up and down.
I love how she describes it as a very expensive, important piece of art, and it's like, no, ma'am, it's just a dick. It's just a dick that bobbles up and down.
Yeah. And so Alex takes it, and he starts kind of dancing around her with he's holding it in front of him.
Again, like a ballet, and she's got, interestingly enough, a bust of Beethoven.
Oh, was it a bust of Beethoven? Yep. I like that.
I think they describe it more in the book of just she's holding a Beethoven bust, but you can look at it and see, it's Beethoven's head. So
nice.
Literally being attacked by Beethoven, one of Alex's favorites.
Well, she ends up on the floor, and he just takes.
Well, at first, how she gets on the floor, she hits Alex with the bust across the head, and that's when it causes him to sweep the leg, Johnny.
Sweep the leg.
Sweep her leg. She falls down, and he takes the bauble penis and
bashes her head in.
Bashes her head in it.
Yeah.
Again, not beating the misogynistic allegory. He's literally beats a woman to death with his penis.
Yeah.
So.
And he realizes that he's most likely killed her.
I'm not sure if he realizes that, but just He hears the police coming and knows he needs to get out.
Well, because he hits her and she just stops, and I think he's like, "Oh shit! I maybe went too far."
At the same time, when he gets interrogated later, he's like, "She was still breathing."
You could tell he was freaked out though. He was very much. I think he knew that he took it too far, but he didn't want it. He didn't want to have killed her, obviously, because he knew that then he would have been put away for a while.
Maybe that's just me reading into what is in the book. In the book, he very much thinks that she's still alive until he gets the news that she's dead.
It seemed like in the movie, like
also,
his demeanor was like, "Oh shit, I might have."
Also, in the book, he doesn't kill her with a penis statue.
Oh,
like he cracks her over the head with like a statue or something.
Oh,
like
okay.
That.
It wasn't penis shaped though.
No, it wasn't. There's not as much sexual imagery in the book as in the movie. So
interesting. There's a lot of weird shit in there though.
I mean, there's a lot of book. Let's
yeah. I was getting.
Sorry. Essay. Jade, bleep out the word.
Yeah. But so he's running down the stairs out the front door, and he's like, "Y'all, we got to get the hell out of here. The cops are coming."
Droogs are standing there. Din's got a bottle of milk right behind him.
Bah!
Great shot. Love it. The slow-mo, just the bottle breaking over Alex's face. Fantastic. I love it.
And immediately Alex is like, "My eyes!
I'm blind! You bastards!"
Mm-hmm. And they fucking run. They get out of there. And
they fucking get out of Dodge.
Yeah. And so obviously Alex is going to be put away for a while. They knew that. They set him up.
And this is when we get like our 8-cab scene, right?
Good Lord. Yep.
How bad these police officers are, because Alex is just like, I'm not going to say a single word. I know the law and stuff like that. And he's like, well, we'll show him that we know the law too.
And they just kick his ass.
One of them literally like gets up into his face and is just like, that's a nasty cut you got there. You want to fucking make out a little bit?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if that picked up anything away.
Maybe, who knows?
But this just reminds me of the West Memphis 3. I mean, not really, but like, you know how like cops interrogate very interestingly whenever they want someone to be guilty. Obviously Alex is, and this is nothing like
Alex is 100% guilty of the shit that he's being accused of.
But like, it reminds me of that case because they like are very much like, you know, convincing them like, you did this, right? Like leading them to what. If y'all haven't heard that case, you guys should look into West Memphis 3. It's crazy. Have you heard of that?
I don't think so. I might have to look into that.
Oh, you should look into that. There's it's like allegedly a cover-up.
Oh, okay. Allegedly, the government does that a lot. Allegedly.
But
someone knock at my door? Oh no!
But no, like that's what it reminded me of with like cops being more aggressive, like with that. But like I said, obviously Alex very much did this, and you know, they got a little rough with him. Maybe not too rough, but they got a little rough with him. They shouldn't do that.
I mean, Alex burped in his face, which, by the way, apparently Malcolm McDowell can just do that. He can just like burp on command.
Oh yeah, I can do that.
I think like Kubrick was impressed with that and just like, yeah, keep fucking using it.
Do it. I don't like how they actually spat in his face.
Oh yeah, Deltoid does that.
Ugh.
Again, bringing up the sexual imagery, I've seen comments of just like, it looks like a cum shot.
Ugh, it's so gross.
It very much is.
But Deltoid comes, and he comes in, and Alex is already on the floor bleeding.
This is the end of the line for me. Yes, end of the line. I can't do that voice. It's a very distinct. End of the line. Yes.
It's a lot. He's very dramatic with it. But then the cops are like, hey, we can hold him down if you want to hit him.
Yeah. I love that. He must feel great disappointment to you, sir. We're turning off all our UK listeners with their bad British accent.
They have isn't that like a Cockney accent, right?
Something like that. Apparently, Kubrick wanted he wanted Malcolm McDowell to do a Cockney accent, but like Malcolm just went with his normal talking voice.
But let me see, where are we at? Weird guy comes to laugh at him. And then they find out that the woman, this is when they tell him that she's dead.
You are now a murderer, Alex. A murderer.
Yes.
And he has a response of just like, no, she was alive, I swear it. I don't know, the panic in his eyes makes me feel like maybe he didn't know. Like, maybe it was severe, but, like, not that severe.
No, I feel like he only panicked because he's like, oh, shit, she did actually die, and I'm going to be put away for a long time.
I mean, there's probably that, too. Yeah. But I feel like Alex is violent, but he never kills. Mm-hmm. So it feels like
No, he didn't mean to. Either
Yeah.
way, he didn't think he
I
didn't
feel
want it
like
to go that
he,
far.
in his mind, saw her breathing and was just like, "Oh, she's still alive. It should be fine." So I don't think that he knew that he had killed her.
Only 14 years though.
Yeah, I was about to say, but then again, he is underage, and this is the UK,
I
so.
guess, but like 14 years for breaking and entering and murdering is wild.
Also, this is a dystopian, like, future of just, like, maybe they're not as harsh on crime as they should be.
Crazy. I was like, bro,
Yeah.
that's wild.
And to be fair, it was, like, accidental murder. Like, I know. I'm just trying to be like, maybe there's logic into why it's only 14 years.
That's crazy. But yeah, he gets booked, searched. It was so funny. I was watching this, right? Whenever he goes in there, they have the whole scene of him putting all of his stuff away and he gets undressed and stuff. I was looking something up about the movie. I can't even remember what I was looking up. But I had to pause it. And I looked up and I paused it right at the scene where they're doing the strip search, and Alex has bent all the way over, like
and the
hands
officer's got
on the
his
floor. He's the officer's in
officer
his
like
crack.
spreading cheek and everything.
Got like no gloves, by the way, were worn during this scene, which was crazy.
I mean, I have a theory that this, like, again, this detaining officer is also a pervert.
Yeah,
because like he does a whole search, and like when Alex leaves, he goes to stand up but doesn't, and I think it's because he has a boner.
That's crazy. I didn't even notice that.
Yeah.
But no, I paused this scene when Alex was like bent over.
Also, it should be noted when he asks Alex, "Are you now or have you ever been a homosexual?" You can see his eyes are straight looking at his dick.
Oh, he said.
He's like, "Have you now or have you ever been a homosexual?" Again, this detaining officer, he feels like he's straight out of a Monty Python skit. He's so over the top.
He sure does.
He's like, "Do you see the white line painted behind you? Then your toes belong on the other side of it."
Yeah, he is very much, he's into his acting gig, for sure.
I love some of the faces he makes throughout this movie, especially when we get to later when he sees that naked woman where he's just like...
It's like he's never seen a woman before.
I mean,
or just a woman before.
I mean, he might be gay, so,
yeah,
and a perv. So.
He's gross. But yeah, I said while they're doing this with no gloves. But now we kind of get a jump forward, kind of like a time skip.
2 years.
2 years have passed.
Mm-hmm.
And he's been helping with the church service.
Kind of.
He's
what he's trying to do is he's trying to fast track his way out of prison.
He's doing all of this for his own gain. He's not doing this because he does want to change.
He doesn't believe in the Bible. In fact, when he's reading the Bible, he's imagining himself being one of the Romans whipping
doing
Jesus.
This. Yeah, exactly. And so he's sitting there like dreaming about this, and the priest thinks, like he's really resonating
like
with the
he's thinking he's like in prayer.
No, he's not. He's imagining like whipping.
And it's a funny like contrast where it's like Alex is imagining himself like killing people and like laying with like naked women. And then like the passage that the priest right there is just like, "Let us not want to be like violent men."
Yeah, it's like, well, he's not really getting that.
No, not really.
But Alex starts asking him about this new treatment.
I wrote it down. Ludovico treatment.
You're better than I, because I was like, that's too long of a word for me to search up.
I know. Trust me, I got very familiar with this word from reading the book and watching this movie twice for this. So.
But yeah, it's basically...
He's like, "I've heard of this new gig that gets people out of prison fast and makes sure that they never get back in."
And the priest is not for this, because he's like, it takes the choice away from you. So, like, are you really good if you have no other choice?
And this is the crux of the themes, really, that the book gets into. Is just like, I even wrote the specific line down. When a man cannot choose, he ceases to become a man.
Exactly. Because it's like almost not human at that point. Because, I mean, that's what makes us human versus, like, animals, is that we have a consciousness and we know good versus evil, like, stuff like that.
Yeah. And to me, it makes this is like the harshness of the movie that like really makes me love it. It asks the question of just like, we have seen Alex be a terrible human being, like the absolute worst, but is that worth taking away his choice to be able to do that?
True. Yeah.
Like, is it worth stopping crime completely if it means that the people doing the crime have no choice or no say in it? It's the debate of just like, is it right for us to have this kind of free will?
It's kind of like, is it humane?
Yeah, it's
to
like
do that.
It's like the idea that we can never realistically live in a utopia because, like, literally, we can't get every single person on the planet to agree to one thing.
Yeah,
and it's like, is it good to force a person into being that way versus giving them the choice to be that? That's why I love this movie so much. Is like, Alex is a terrible person.
Yes,
but
absolutely.
Should we change that just to benefit the rest of society? Like, should we take away a person's like individual choices just so that way we can have this kind of safety from people like this? And that's like why I love this movie. It has that kind of debate and holds that up to you, and it's just like, take a look at this and really think about it.
Yeah. No, I like that. And I feel like, I don't know, it is interesting because obviously you don't want any of this stuff to happen, any of the crime that's happening. But then it's just like, you also want the person, because sometimes they do know that it's bad. Like, they usually do know that what they're doing is bad, but they're continuing to do it. And you want them to be like, can you choose to not to? But it's like, how are you going to, like, unless they go into extensive therapy and want to change.
And
but
it's
some
like,
don't.
And it's like the way that this Ludovico test is brought in, it's just like, there is a path to fixing crime, but this is not the path.
Yeah.
And we shouldn't be implementing this, nor should it be the government's place to force people into thinking one way. Like, as bad as I think that Alex is, and let me be clear, I think he's very bad and I'm not on his side, I feel like the government is worse in this.
Yeah.
With what they end up putting Alex through. Like, I feel like Alex deserves it in a way, but I feel like this is not the right way.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely... It was a nice little taste of his own medicine kind of thing.
But at the same time, it's just like, there's better ways to go about this.
But we get a scene where the prisoners are now, like, walking in a circle.
They're just fucking walking in a circle.
Did you know, because I didn't know, that this was based off of Van Gogh's painting?
I read about that.
Did you look it up?
I did not look up.
It's literally
Let's look it up
crazy.
right now, live on the podcast.
Yes, Van Gogh.
Van Gogh walking in a circle.
It's prisoners exercising is what the actual... That's
not much of an exercise, though.
No, prisoners exercising.
You're not going to get your 1,000 steps in for the day.
It's literally...
Oh, yeah.
Like, it's
okay, that's literally
the shot.
Yeah.
It's not even like...
it's not even exaggerated. No. That's just what it is.
It's cool. I did like that.
We do get a brief moment where, what is it? The Secretary of the Interior or whatever, head government guy.
Oh, yeah.
Goes into Alex's room. And this is an interesting contrast to what it is in the book. So in the book, Alex's prison room is designed to hold 3 inmates. And there are 7 of them in there.
Oh,
basically, the whole idea is like the prison... Like, the state of the prisons in the UK is just like, it's overcrowded.
Yeah.
Which is why they push forward this Ludovico technique, because it's a quick way to get people
out of there.
Interestingly enough, it kind of looks like Alex's room is just like, it's mainly him and maybe one other guy.
Yeah.
I kind of would have liked to have had that in here, just like...
I would have liked that too, because that would have made it...
clear why the government... Yeah. But at the same time, I also like it in the sense of just like, we don't really need a reason why the government's doing it. The government's just awful and they're just going to do
They're going to do it anyways. Oh, that would have been fun.
But yeah, in the book, it's made clear just like, this prison is overcrowded and we need to get people out of here.
But as, you know, they do a little lineup, head honcho guy, government dudes come in. And Alex is like, I gotta make myself known. I gotta do something. So he I can't remember what. Do you remember what the dude says?
Yeah, the head government guy is just like, he's talking about the state of the prison, and the specific line he says is like, these prisoners love their punishment. They, like, live for it. And that's when Alex is just like, you're absolutely right, sir.
You're so... kissing his ass. He said, you're so right, baby girl.
I love the Monty Python cop is just like, quiet your pipe hole!
God,
I'm trying not to yell too loud for that.
But he's over the top. But then, of course, head government guy comes over.
Yeah.
Starts asking Alex what he's in for. And
this is when Alex describes it as an accidental murderer. Whereas the Monty Python guard is just like, he brutally murdered a woman.
Yes. I mean, true.
I mean, yeah. Any way you slice it, you fucking killed a person.
You killed someone. And head government guy's like, he'll work. He'll do.
I love it. He's like, he's brash, he's cunning, he's vicious, and all that. And then he just says, he'll do.
He's perfect. All right, goodbye. And the Monty Python guy's like, yo, like, do you not want to, like, we have other, like, cell blocks to visit. He's like, nah.
He's like, nah, this guy will do.
He's like, I get to go home.
It's Malcolm McDowell. He's the main character of the movie.
Yeah, we got to do this. So yeah, he's picked, and he begins treatment.
Mm-hmm.
And it is another very iconic scene, obviously, from this movie, is, you know, his eyes being clamped open.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Such an iconic, the only other movie that I know that does this, like, uses the same imagery is in Minority Report. They have a moment where Tom Cruise is like, he's switching out his eyes to not be detected by the people chasing him.
Yeah.
And he goes to a doctor and they clamp his eyes open just like this. So, but horrific. Yeah. Like, just to think of the practicality of that, of just like, that thing's fucking scraping up against your eyes anytime
McDowell,
you're moving.
his shit got scratched.
Yeah, like one of his corneas got scratched and he went blind temporarily.
Crazy.
Which, by the way, the doctor there that's dripping eye drops in his eyes, a real doctor, making sure that his eyes don't dry out.
When I watched this for the second time, later I found out about that it was an actual doctor, but when I was watching it, I was like, this has to be an actual doctor. Like, I'm assuming that they had him on set.
In the book, there's no description of a doctor there keeping his eyes dripped. So it's like, in the book, his fucking eyes are just open and they're drying out.
I would feel like my eyeballs would like fall out of my head.
I would feel like, they would just like explode. Just
yeah. But, you know, this whole exercise is they inject him with
Serum 114, which is reference to Dr. Strangelove.
Oh, nice.
They have like Operation Command Code CRM 114, I believe.
Yeah.
And it's basically like the command to like go ahead with nuclear strike. So it's interesting. We have to talk about Dr. Strangelove at some point. Love that movie. Yeah. It's great. But no, it's like a little reference to his previous movies. So.
Okay, there's a lot of those in here. But the drug makes him feel nauseous and sick, and he's also said that it also makes him feel like he's gonna die.
Yeah, makes him feel low in himself.
Yes, and you know they have him injected with that as he's watching videos of horrific crimes happening and violence. And I also noticed that there are a lot of like war like imagery that they show and like Hitler and the Nazis.
I mean, even to make the point for like when we see all these prisoners dressed up, they're dressed like straight Nazis. Like
I noticed the cuff.
They have the red band on there. There's no swastika, but like there's a lot of just like giving you hints at like how fascist this government kind of is. Like if you couldn't get it from all the poor living conditions, overcrowded prisons, like rampant crime throughout the country, it's like you get it when you get into prison because like everyone's dressed like a Nazi.
Yeah.
I think even at one point when the priest is like giving his sermon, he even like holds
raises his hand like that.
Yeah.
So. But so what the hell was I saying? Oh yeah, but so he's feeling this nauseous, death-like feeling while he's seeing these crimes. So it's rewiring his brain essentially.
Yeah, what the Ludovico technique is doing is like associating images of violence and violent acts with being sick.
Yes,
it's kind of like what is it? Pavlov's theory, like
with the bell ringing.
Yeah,
with the
you
dog.
ring a bell, you give a dog a treat. So every time they hear the bell ring, they associate it with giving a treat.
Mhm.
Pretty much the same technique here of just like they force him to watch this violent acts because one of them is just like gang members dressed like Alex and his Droogs, like beating up an old guy. One of them is just like them like essaying a woman on the ground, and it's just like, yeah, he's feeling violently sick.
Yeah.
And also, even in these early, like, they'll point it out later, in these early, like, images he sees, like, Beethoven is playing in the background.
Yes, so and he says, while he's, like, hearing Beethoven play, he's screaming, like, stop it, Beethoven did nothing.
Stop it, it's a sin, it's a sin, it's a sin.
Yeah, and so now, whenever Beethoven plays the Ninth Symphony, he feels sick.
It's an interesting difference. In the book, it's all music. Like, any music that Alex hears, he gets sick. But in the movie, it's specifically the ninth.
Yeah.
I think they just wanted to simplify it. They wanted to keep that Beethoven string going through the entire movie, so.
But let me see. Oh, I didn't say anything about the humiliation ritual they do.
Oh, you didn't?
I didn't write anything about that.
Well, we can talk about it.
We can talk about that.
So after a fortnight session, a battle royale that they went through.
Yep.
That's torture.
They do basically humiliation ritual.
Yeah, so basically they got like heads of government just sitting there. They want to demonstrate how this technique works. So they bring Alex out and they bring an actor out to just basically fucking slap him around.
So funny.
I mean, this whole scene brings up like very questionable like topics of just like, okay, so Alex is now not prone to doing violence. But, like, is he also not allowed to defend himself anymore?
That's what I was going to say as well, because, after this, a couple series of unfortunate events happen to Alex.
They bring in Count Olaf.
Yeah, Count Olaf comes, and he can't defend himself now. And I'm like, I feel like we're already seeing a flaw in what is happening.
Yeah, immediately.
Because it's like,
yeah, he's not being violent, but at the same time, he's being assaulted. He's not the one perpetrating the violence.
Like, any violence makes him sick. It's not just him doing it. It's someone doing it to him.
I think if they wanted a proper demonstration, they should have brought someone out to act like feeble and just like, no, don't beat me up, don't hurt me. And then just seeing if he responds to that.
Yeah.
To, like, beat him up.
Or have someone come out and, like, egg him on to try and like hurt someone.
Because it's like, weird to just be like, this dude comes out, fucking slaps and stomps him on his foot and then makes him lick his boot.
As he's just like...
disgusting until you realize that Kubrick made it very specific that the shoe that he had to lick never touched the floor.
I knew that shit was clean as a whistle. I was like, there ain't no way.
I remember when I first saw him, I was just like, can you imagine the shit that's on the bottom of that shoe?
No, this isn't Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah, fair enough.
This isn't that kind of movie.
Fair enough.
Oh, man, the shit those people had to go through.
But then they bring out the naked lady.
And this is when Monty Python guy's like,
I also wrote down in my notes iconic boob shot because it's the image of Alex on his knees reaching up for the boobs. For the
boobs. He goes to grab. Honestly, a very iconic boob shot.
It's been parodied in The Simpsons. I actually have the very specific shot right there.
Or reaching up to grab some cupcakes with cherries on top. That's so funny.
It's funny because I can't even remember the context in which that happens in the episode, but I just know that him reaching up. Yeah. Very weird, like, homage to Kubrick of just Bart reaching up.
I love that. But yeah, he obviously feels very sick and ill.
And this brings up another thing. Yes. It's like Alex is incapable of essaying, but it's like, does that translate to all sexual acts?
It seems like it does.
Like, can he not have consensual sex now?
Yeah.
I don't know because, like, in that moment, Alex is thinking about essaying her.
Yes.
So it's like, maybe it's that, but it's just like, what if he goes in and tries to actually, like, have like actual relations.
Exactly, like a normal quote
like
unquote,
would he
relation.
feel sick to that? So it's like we see Alex, he's a terrible person. He deserves pretty much everything that he has coming to him. But it's just like, does he deserve, like, is this actual change? Does he deserve like his actual free will taken away from him? To the point, like, if he actually tried to be good, like, he can't properly live a life now.
Because he can't choose to be good now.
He has become A Clockwork Orange. I know,
it's
title drop. We're done with the podcast. Goodbye. Bye. I mean, this is a moment in the book where literally they have that line where Alex says, "Am I to be a Clockwork Orange?"
Oh.
And it's like, in a novel that works. I'm glad that they cut it out of here.
I am too. It would have been silly if he dropped the name like that.
Mm-hmm.
But he goes back to his parents' place after he's released.
Another little interesting change for the book. In the book, the parents have no idea at all. Oh. Like, they haven't read the paper. They didn't know he was getting out. So this is like a complete surprise.
Okay.
Whereas in this one, they're at least reading the paper knowing that he got out. They don't know that he's coming, though.
Still very surprised that he just shows up all of a sudden. Mm-hmm. And he had went into his room first.
Yeah, he looks into his room. 100% different.
All of his shit's gone.
Lady Spreading Eagle, not anymore.
No more.
Now it's replaced with football dudes.
Yeah, so he goes into the living room. He's like, "Hey, parents.
I'm home."
Yeah. Hey. I love when he goes to his dad and he's like, "Hey, did you notice there's a strange man?"
He gets up into his dad's face and he's just like, "There's a strange guy sitting on the sofa eating toast."
Yeah. And his dad's like, "That's Joe.
That's Joe. He's a good bloke."
And he's like, "Who the fuck is Joe? Where's my shit? Where's my snake?" Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, his snake passed.
Yeah. Which says in an unfortunate accident was just like, what kind of accident?
I was thinking that too. I was like, hold on a second. The snake didn't do anything.
I don't think the parents would have been brave enough to kill the snake. I think Joe killed the snake.
Or they just like let it go.
Or something like that.
Like,
yeah.
You know.
Even then, I don't feel like the parents would be brave enough to do that. I feel like anything...
Well, they probably told Joe, like, you could do whatever you want. Like, you can get rid of
that. Yeah. Joe probably threw him out the window. Just...
Yeah. Terrible.
But yeah, all of Alex's stuff was sold by the government as reparations for the victims. In the book, Alex specifically asks, like, what victims? Like, the person that I killed, like, died.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, well, someone had to take care of the cats. They sold all your stuff to hire someone to, like, help the cats.
Oh, interesting.
I mean, it's a fascist government.
That's true,
That's what's going on here.
That's wild. There... Oh, wait. I was like, what is my...
Can you read your own handwriting?
No, I cannot. Well, basically, so Alex is essentially kicked out of his house.
Yeah. They're just like, well, Joe's paid next month's rent already. We can't just throw him out.
They said, but, like, you haven't lived here in a while, so, like, we could kind of, like, throw you out. Because we're not technically throwing you out. You just don't live here anymore.
And Joe all the while is just like, oh, I've heard of you. We don't quite like that kind of stuff. I'm doing too much.
Yeah, no, it's okay.
Yeah,
keep going.
All 2 of our UK listeners are turned off. But no, basically, he's just like, I've heard of all the awful shit you've done, and these people have treated me like their own son.
Yeah,
he's like, get the fuck out. Who cares about you?
Yeah, Alex's mom is crying. She's in hysterics.
Oh, bo ho ho.
Yeah, and Alex is like, y'all don't give a shit about me. Fuck you. I'm leaving then.
Mm-hmm.
Takes his little bag of stuff that he has. He's walking down the street. And I didn't realize at this point, because, you know, he's looking out into the harbor, the water or whatever. And it's slowly zooming into the water on this one particular spot. I didn't realize this is supposed to be him contemplating suicide.
Oh, you didn't? No. I kind of got that the first time.
I thought he was just like... kind of like, what am I going to do now? Like, just like thinking about like what his next steps were.
Oh,
I guess it could be suicide, but
that's interesting because like I clocked that the first time I watched this movie. It's like, oh, he's thinking about jumping in.
Oh, I had no idea.
And in the book, this section of it is like, oh no, what's going on? I cannot function properly. Guys, comment down below what you guys think of A Clockwork Orange, the movie, the book. Do you like it? Do you agree with what we're saying? Do you guys think I'm a psychopath for liking this movie? God. People probably heard me, like, at the very beginning just being like, this isn't Cody's top 5 favorite films. Fucking cancel him right now. God, that's ridiculous. I feel like I'm not alone. This movie has a high Rotten Tomatoes score, so... I'm not alone here, people. What's its Rotten Tomatoes score? You good in there, fam? Not in my bathroom. How dare you? It's got an 86%, so most people like this movie.
86%? That's actually pretty good.
That's actually pretty good.
Okay, we're back.
We're back.
We're back and we can breathe again.
But anyway, in the book, Alex is like, he's very much contemplating a sewer slide.
Sewer slide. I like that better.
Basically, he goes to the library to try to find a book on how to do it peacefully.
Interesting. Okay.
Because he's just like, well, maybe some book somewhere
They don't got the
has
internet
it.
yet.
And I love how, like, he's flipping through medical books and he's finding nothing.
He's like, they're only showing me how to save myself.
Mm-hmm. But anyway, he's standing at this dock, and then an old man comes up to him. The old man from the beginning of the movie.
And I'm thinking,
can you spare some cotton, me brother?
And then he just keeps asking him, and Alex is like, no, no, sorry, sir. And
well, he's not saying no. He's just like deep into thought.
Yeah,
he's deep into just being like, how can I get in there?
And then all of a sudden, the older man recognizes him.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, I don't know if he would have recognized him because he was very drunk when they attacked him.
I mean, yeah, maybe, but at the same time, you would remember, like, being assaulted, especially if it gave you a certain type of PTSD.
I said, like, assaulted, yeah, but it's like, would you remember the faces? I don't know. He says he never forgets a face, so he recognizes him.
Interestingly enough, in the book, this beating is done by a different person. So, like, Alex did, like, a whole bunch of crimes at the beginning of the book, and one of them is, like, a man who came from the library that Alex beats the shit out of.
Yeah.
That's the person that actually, like, goes back and, like, it's like, that's the motherfucker who kicked my ass.
Okay.
The old man in the book never comes back. We never see him again. They simplified it here. They just made it one person.
Yeah.
Bring him back and just like, I know you. You're the one who kicked my ass.
Yeah, and he drags Alex in underneath the bridge.
Where a whole slew of homeless people are there.
And he's like, this is the motherfucker that kicked my ass.
Again, showing like how terrible this government is. There's fucking homeless everywhere.
Yes, and so all of these people come together and kick Alex's ass.
I love how Alex describes it as old age having at youth.
Yeah.
It's like, no, you did some terrible things to them, and they're getting their revenge.
They sure fucking are.
See, this is part of the stuff, like, I can talk about the ethics of what the government does and whether or not Alex deserves that. I feel like all the torture that Alex gets from here on that, very well deserved.
Yes.
Like, all of these homeless people deserve to kick the shit out of Alex.
They sure do. But who comes to save him?
2 police officers. And guess who they are? They are Dim and Georgie.
Insane.
So,
I wrote, Dim and Georgie became a cop. That's comforting.
A cab.
No.
It's almost like we kind of do that here in America with ICE agents.
Yeah, and it's kind of like how not a lot of, I would say all of them. But ACAB, yeah. They literally take their authority too far. Yeah.
Well, interesting change in the book. In the book, Georgie dies. Like, during Alex's prison time, he hears that Georgie tried to do, like, another operation, like another break-in, and, like, got cracked over the head and died.
Oh.
So, in the book, it's Dim and Billy Boy, the rival gang leader. So
interesting. Yeah, we never see Pete again, by the way.
No.
He's gone.
Pete does come back in the book. We'll get to it when we get to it.
But in the movie, he's not here anymore.
Yeah,
it's
gone.
Georgie
it's just
and
Dim and Georgie. They're two men of age who have a job now, the police.
They're taking advantage of their authority, and so they take Alex and they bring him out into the middle of the woods,
which has a tub filled with water, which
like implies a water trough.
It implies that they have brought many other people here to do this.
They knew exactly where they were heading because this is very much in the middle of the woods.
And in the book, it's described because, like, Alex later goes to the writer's house after this. In the book, the writer describes of just, like, so many people have come in through here being beaten by cops. So it's just like...
Well, that's what, that's what they said in the movie, too.
Oh, did they? I remember him saying just, like, you know, the government's hiring, like, criminals to become police. I didn't know that others have come.
He did mention that. Like, we've seen so many people pass through here.
So it's consistent between the book and the movie. Okay.
And so you can kind of get that it's most likely Dim and Georgie doing this.
Or others, because if they're just hiring gang members, like, this is probably not, like, just them. It's probably all of them.
Yeah.
I mean, the dude who's just sitting back in the van, like, as they're doing this, it's like, he's complicit in this too. And again, it brings up that debate of just like, yes, Alex deserves the punishment, but it's just like, Georgie and Dim were equally as, like, complacent with the violence, and yet they're rewarded with a government job. And it's like, the fairness in this kind of society is just like, well, Alex deserves it, but don't they deserve it? How come they got rewarded and I got punished, sort of thing?
No, yeah, it's very much like Dim and Georgie definitely deserve just as much as Alex.
They deserve to get their asses kicked by all those homeless people because they
were there.
Yeah, they also fucking beat on him.
But so after being beaten, tortured by
the way,
Georgie
like,
and Dim,
like, it's all in one take of just like, you hold the shot right there and like Malcolm McDowell's head is underneath the water, like they're beating him on the side, and
as they're holding his head down.
Yeah, his head is under there the entire time. Apparently, he has a breathing apparatus under there. That's what I heard.
Yeah,
because like no human can realistically hold their breath that long.
No, I was wondering. I was like, damn, they must have something there because I'm like, that was a long time to be under.
There was a myth spread.
I was just gonna say that there was a rumor, which was not true, that apparently he was actually drowning.
Yeah, which no, It wasn't. Not happen. It wasn't that bad. It wasn't as bad as scratching his cornea, but
yeah. But luckily he wasn't drowning as well.
Yeah, thank God.
But after this, he sauntered over to the couple's house.
I like how you describe that, like sauntering over.
No, he's like hobbling.
No,
over.
He's fucking like almost crawling over to this place.
To the house that he said felt very familiar to him. And once he got inside, he realized why. It's because it's the home of the couple that he attacked while singing in the rain.
And see, in the book, like he describes, he's like, I thought that home sign out in the front looked very familiar. That's why it's so distinct of just like saying home.
Yeah.
So that's why it's like he recognizes it. But yeah, different this time because like the writer's there, but the wife is not. Instead, he's got a bodybuilding bodyguard.
A very big buff man lives there.
Do you know who that person is?
He's an actual bodybuilder. I didn't write down his name.
So this actor is David Prowse. If you guys don't know that name, he is the body of Darth Vader. Yeah, he's the actual actor in the suit in the original trilogy. So I
love that. All I know that in this movie, one of the scenes where he's carrying the author down the stairs
in the wheelchair. Yeah,
he told
Kubrick. He's like, hey, I know you fucking do hundreds of takes of a scene, but let's try to do this as quick as possible.
I think they said they did in like 8 takes, right?
I think I read 6. It's somewhere
something
in between
like that.
There, yeah.
Which honestly, considering him, not that bad.
Yeah. I mean, he was sore afterwards. He was just like, my fucking arms are tired.
Oh, I can't even imagine, like...
carrying a whole ass old man in a wheelchair down like 2 flights of stairs. Yeah. Like, goddamn.
Like, bro, please. Bro. Come on.
Kubrick, no. You gotta do it 100 more fucking times.
Get back up there.
Get back up there.
But, see, so, the older man, he feels sympathy for Alex at first, because like we said, he's like, you know, many people come here getting beat by cops.
It's like, poor boy, what has happened to you?
Yeah, and Alex is like, yo, cops beat me up. And he's like, yo, this happens all the time.
I like that there's that little bit of tension where, like, the author, like, his face turns angry, and then he's just like, I know you! And, like, it holds on Alex's face, and he's like, oh, fuck. And then he's just like, aren't you the one that I read in the papers? The one who's, like, the poor victim of this experimental treatment?
And Alex is like, thank God. Yep, that's me.
He's like, yeah, exactly. That's right. That's me.
That's where you remember me from. Nowhere else.
No he doesn't recognize Alex because, of course, they wore the masks during the invasion, so...
Well, because the older man is being very hospitable.
And also being very manic. Like, he does, like, crazy things. I attributed that to PTSD.
Mm-hmm.
But it's interesting because in the book, he's not really, like, described as being crazy or anything like that. Like, he is very warm and caring. He's just like, oh, come in. I'll draw you a bath. Eat this food and stuff like that.
But,
until he isn't.
But yeah, like you said, he brings Alex some food, gives him a bath. Well, the older man goes into a different room and is calling his friends because he's like, we can write about this. We can bring them down. Yeah. But as he's on the phone, Alex is lounging away in the bath and he starts wanting to sing a song.
And he's singing in the rain.
And I'm like, you dumb motherfucker. Like, are you an idiot? He is. He's an idiot.
I mean, at the same time, he probably doesn't know the old man's on the other side of that door.
But it's like, just to be safe, like, let's not even, like, sing any songs.
And you also have to keep in mind it was 2 years ago. He probably forgot that he sang that song.
And I don't know. I'm not giving
It's crazy either way.
It's wild. I'm like, just shut the fuck up for like 5 seconds.
Then we have a very...
You need to lay low.
We have a very unhinged shot of just like below the old man in the wheelchair, and he's just like...
giving, like this mouth open, face. Eyes like rolling back in his head.
It's an interesting difference between how he figures out that Alex is the one who did it in the book versus the movie, because obviously, like, Malcolm McDowell improvised singing in the rain.
Yeah.
So obviously they don't do that in the book. In the book, like, they're doing this interview with Alex that we see a little later on. Mm-hmm. And, like, he's getting all kind of offended at the questions that they're asking. And he's just like, what do you think? I'm sort of dim or something like that? And the old man is just like, dim. Why do I know that? Why do I know that name? Because Alex had said dim to them. And, like, Alex dropped other clues beforehand of just, like, he mentions to the writer, just like, I thought you didn't have a telephone. And he's like, what makes you think that I don't have a telephone? Because earlier, the wife mentioned we don't have a telephone. So it's kind of, Alex kind of gives himself away indirectly through the words he uses.
Because he's an idiot.
Yeah, because he's, well, in the book, he's 17. He's a fucking idiot.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, so now he knows who Alex is. And so we walk in. This is when we get the scene of the big buff man carrying down the author.
I would think that after you become a cripple, you would probably install ramps in your...
He seems like he has a good amount of money. Like, he's in a nice house, but who knows?
I mean, as good amount of money as a writer in the 70s could get. So
I mean, they look
if you're not Stephen King.
Yeah. But we see Alex at the table. He's
eating some pasta.
Eating some spaghetti. And
somebody a touch of my spaghetti.
My spaghetti.
I love that meme.
And the author is just hostile.
I love the little awkwardness of Alex just eating the pasta, and then all of a sudden it's broken with food. All right.
Yeah, like, this guy is just straight up making eye contact the entire time watching
they both
Alex.
are, because, like, he's sitting there, I can't remember. Big buff man is also sitting there, and they're both, like, sitting there just fucking staring at him.
Mm-hmm. The older
not
man,
saying anything.
Older man a little more hostile because he's, like, leaning in and, like...
And his face is fucking red with, like, anger.
Yeah.
Like, you can tell he's fucking angry.
He's pissed. Rightfully so.
Yeah, rightfully so.
Rightfully so. And
then he's like, try the wine.
Yeah, and Alex is like, I love how he is, like, sniffing it and, like,
like looking at the color, reading the bottle.
He's like, nice color, good smell.
Smells good too. But what's funny about that is he's very suspicious of the wine, but he was not suspicious of the pasta sitting out.
Not
for
at
him.
all. Not at all.
Like, what if that was poisoned?
Sorry, I'm reaching for something in my bag.
You are fucking reaching with all this.
Sorry. I just need it. My lips are chapped.
God, you're blowing your nose, your lips are chapped.
I know.
Get out of here, you leper.
Well, to be fair, I always need my chapstick because I'm talking so much.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair.
But I always freaking forget
I'm eventually going to need, like, throat spray to just, like...
Oh, my throat's always shot by the time I get home. But yeah, he's very much being poisoned. Mm-hmm. But then he thinks that he might be in the clear because the guests arrive. And they come in, they start interviewing him. He's like, "Oh yes, I'm a victim. It's me."
I love how when they're giving this interview, like the lady's writing, and Alex occasionally like looks over to like see what she's writing to just be like, "You got that? You got
like,
what I'm writing?"
It's spelled like this. She's like, "I know."
He's like, "It's Beethoven, B-E-E-V."
She's like, "Yeah, I get it." And as he's talking, he just all of a sudden in the middle of his sentence just. I love
the comedic timing of it where he's just like, and I feel at any moment something horrible is going to happen, then a beat, and then he just face plants right into his spaghetti.
Right into his spaghetti, and yeah, he's an idiot.
I mean, at the same time, he's 19 in this movie. He's going to be an idiot.
But he definitely just told on himself. Like, this is me. But yeah, he wakes up.
Yeah, they trap him in a room upstairs, and they start blasting Beethoven music, the Ninth Symphony to be specific.
Because as they're interviewing him, he's literally telling them all of his weaknesses.
Yeah.
And he says, "I can't enjoy Beethoven anymore." That's when he starts spelling Beethoven for the woman. And so, yeah, they lock him up there, and they're just blasting the Ninth.
One of my favorite shots in this too is just of the writer just like looking up, like smiling and stuff. And the reason why I love it is because it's lit and framed in a way that like he literally looks like Beethoven.
Oh, that's nice.
Like he's just looking up, he's smiling. It kind of makes him look like Beethoven. Like Beethoven's like cursing Alex as well. So I really like that shot.
Well, Alex wakes up and he told them, like, hearing these things or seeing violence makes him want to kill himself. Like, it makes him feel awful. And so he's like, I gotta jump out the window. Yeah,
he needs to snuff it, which is their word for, like, killing myself, pretty much. And yeah, he jumps out of the second story or third story window.
Possibly third story. It's kind of hard to tell.
It's high up there, but he doesn't die when falling out, but he fucking breaks every bone in his body.
Oh, he sure does.
I love the narration where he's just like, I jumped, but I did not snuff it. If I did, I wouldn't be here telling you this story.
He's like, duh. Sillies.
Silly girl. I want to be here if that was the case.
But now he's in the hospital.
I love this bit at the hospital where he's just like, he's moaning in pain, and then you hear another moaning over here, and then it goes on for a little while, and then a nurse comes out fully fucking naked.
And she's like, oh shit, he's awake.
Oh shit, he's awake. And like her and the doctor are like fucking like, getting
buttoning up themselves. And this is when we realize that there's been a lot of commotion going on with the treatment, the humanity of it all. If it's,
the humanity!
Yeah, I was like, if it's humane, I guess.
I mean, it's made the papers because
the repercussions.
Like, Alex tried to kill himself after going through this technique. Obviously, it's going to make big headway, and people are going to be really angry at the government.
Wagging their fingers at them.
How fucking dare you?
You can't make people want to kill themselves.
And Alex's parents show up at the hospital.
Ooh, this was tough. Because they show up.
Son, we heard you in the papers again.
And, you know, they're there trying to be supportive, and he looks at them, he's like, what makes you think I want you here?
Yeah. Mom instantly breaks down and cries. It's like, this is just a happy little family unit, isn't it?
But you can already kind of tell that he is kind of back to normal.
I mean, we get that more emphasized when he starts doing the, it's not a Rorschach test, but it's more like a psychological test to like, I'm going to show you some images. It's going to have like words on them like the characters are speaking and then you respond to what they're
Oh
saying.
yeah, he was having a blast with this shit.
My favorite one is just like the woman like in bed naked with the guy coming through the window, and he's like, sorry, no time for the old in and out. I'm just come to read the meter.
Yes. I was like, oh my god. But so were they working on de-treatmatizing him?
So it's,
or was it because of the fall?
I mean, it's not made clear in the movie. Like in the movie, Alex says he's having dreams about doctors like messing around with his head, and I can't remember if it's described that way in the book, but I don't think they made it explicitly clear that they were like messing with him while he was under.
Yeah,
I always kind of took it of just like he's remembering the Ludovico technique of people messing with him, but now I'm thinking about maybe they were like fucking messing with him.
I think they might have. I mean, I'm sure that they were. I feel like that was like a big hint.
But no, if I take it as anything, I just take it as the Ludovico technique was just ineffective. Because like it couldn't be more than a week between like when he got out of prison to now. I just took it as like the effects wore off. I
feel like that him saying that he was having dreams, I feel like they were poking around in his brain, but I don't know if they were poking around to like undo what they did. I think they were poking around to see like, I mean, that's just like possible. Study him.
That's a reading that you can have.
Because like, when he says, the doctor's like, yeah, some people just have normal. Those dreams, you know, like I feel like she's kind of gaslighting him.
I mean, that could be an interpretation, and it adds to the theme of just like this government's awful.
That's why, because it's like they're just gonna stop all of a sudden. Yeah. Like, no, I feel like they're still gonna be poking around when they can.
So yeah, I mean, certainly like before when I've read this book or watched this movie, like I've never picked up on that. But it was really this last time watching it, I was just like, oh, they probably were experimenting with him. Like, to revert him back to get, like, the public on the government side. Yeah,
see, I feel like maybe they were.
To just be like, look, he's back to normal. Like, we did nothing wrong.
It wears off.
Yeah. But then we get the scene where Alex is eating and the head government guy comes in. I love this scene just because Malcolm McDowell does that lip smacking thing of just.
And apparently he was doing that because this scene took so long to do.
And like it was so monotonous and just like nothing happening. And
so he started doing that.
Yeah, he started improvising it just to get like Kubrick and the rest of the cast to just like pay attention and stuff. But it's great. I love it. It's just like. Every time.
It's so funny. I always tell Wing because he'll like do shit like that. He's never seen this movie before though. And I told him, I was like, that is exactly like, it reminds me of the Clockwork Orange scene. And I've shown him a couple times. He's like, oh, that's funny.
This is also referenced in The Simpsons. I can't remember the context, but it's like Mr. Burns is being fed by Mr. Smithers. And like he's doing the same opening of his mouth.
He sure is. But yeah. You know, obviously, like we said, the government guy comes and he's basically saying like, hey, man, if you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours.
Yeah, he's basically, we're giving you the proper treatment and we've taken care of that old man. He thinks you did wrong by him. Like, basically sweetening him up. But we put him
away. Yeah, and he's like, so since we're being so nice to you and we're also giving you, I think they told him they're going to give him a job as well.
Yeah, a fair paying job, so... I wrote in my notes here, government does what it does best, uses people.
Yeah, I think let me see. I can't even remember. I could have sworn I said they like were buttering them up. I can't remember though. But yeah, and so they're like, so like since we're being so nice to you, like can you be nice to us and let them know that you're not mad at us anymore, basically. He's like, sure.
Yeah, like he's like, I'll do whatever you want me to, sure.
Yeah, and they're like sweet, and like all the press comes in, they're shaking hands, like thumbs up.
Not only that, but they bring out the big speakers and they're blasting Beethoven's Ninth, and he is not sick.
Nope, and he starts visualizing.
Yeah, he does this great look where it's like he's looking up, he's got a very manic face on him, and then the ending shot of this is him assaulting a woman while people like dressed in pilgrim clothes are like clapping in the background.
Yeah, and Beethoven's blasting, and there's like it looks like they're in snow or something. I don't know.
But it gives like one of the best ending lines to a movie where it's like, I was cured, all right.
So insane.
This is where the big difference between this movie and the book comes. So I don't know if you know this. So the book has 21 chapters in it. It's split into 3 parts, so each part has 7 chapters. When this book was published in the United States, though, the last chapter was left off.
Oh.
It ended basically like this movie ends, with Alex like reverting back to his old ways and becoming violent again, because American publishers thought that was a better ending for the book. But the 7th chapter, which was published in the UK and later, like years later, published under the United States, basically Alex is now 18 in the book, and he has gone back to his violent ways. He's got a new gang of Droogs, but like he's starting to feel like unsatisfied in life. Like the violence that he used to love, he no longer loves anymore. And so like he goes to a tea bar. Tea bar?
Tea bar.
I don't know. He goes to a tea place, and that's where he sees Pete. And Pete is now married and basically is living like this better life. And Alex thinks to himself, I want that. I don't want any of the violence that I used to do when I was young. I want like the same thing that Pete has. And basically it's just like, I want to find a woman, I want to marry her, I want to have kids. And he like speculates on the idea of just like, well, what if my kid like becomes as violent as I was and continues the cycle? And what if he has a kid and like he continues the cycle, and it's like, can I stop that or not? Pretty much. And that's how the book ends.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah. So the book ends more optimistically with Alex like getting his fucking life together.
I don't know if I like that or not.
I know for a fact that I don't really like it. Like
I was
I like
gonna say,
it.
I don't think I do.
I like it in theory.
Yeah.
Of just like,
because you want people to have a redemption and to change their ways and
to be able to choose to do that.
Exactly.
Like that's the important part of this last chapter in the book, is just like Alex is not being forced to be good.
Yeah.
He is now choosing to be good.
Yeah, but then like it's kind of hard because he just, and he's like, oh, I want that now. It seems like kind of just.
Well, it builds up to the fact that just like this life of crime, I'm not getting any satisfaction out of it. Like I don't find it fun, and I don't like this anymore. Pretty much.
That's interesting.
Like it's him realizing he's growing up now.
Yeah.
Which is weird because I don't think of this as a coming of age novel.
I was gonna say, I guess since because like what, like in the book he's like now 18, right?
Yeah, he's 18
like,
by the end of it. So like the last chapter takes place a year after like the ending of this movie.
I feel like he would need to be like, man, I should go see a therapist. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the 70s. There's no therapists.
No one believed in that.
But the thing is, I think even if this book was published in the U.S. with that last chapter, and even if Kubrick got a hold of that, I feel like he still would have ended it here.
I feel
because that's the type of person that Kubrick is. He is very cynical.
I was going to say more on a cynical note than anything.
And I feel like, in my opinion, at least movie-wise, this kind of ending plays better.
I think so too, because I feel like it would be even worse if they continued it and did add something like that at the end, because then people would be even more pissed at this movie saying, oh, so now he has a redemption arc, we're supposed to feel bad for him, more than what they already do.
Say
exactly.
About this
I was
movie.
like, more than what they already do, because again, they're not painting this guy in a good light at all, ever.
Not even the slightest.
And I think, I mean, they're putting all of that stuff in with him, like getting, beat up multiple times and tortured and, trying to kill himself. Like, they put all that in not to be like, oh, woe is him. Like, they're kind of like making fun of him in a way, being like, he thinks he is miserable. Like, to the point where he has to kill himself when he was doing all of these horrible, torturous things to other people.
I mean,
and now he's just getting a taste of his own medicine.
Yeah, I mean, even Joe brings it up at one point where Alex is saying, like, oh, woe is me and stuff like that. Joe even brings up specifically of just like, well, what about the people that you wronged in your life?
Yeah.
Stuff like that. It's like, he's not wrong.
It's like, I'm sure he's probably driven people to the point where, like, they don't want to live anymore either.
Yeah.
So it's just like, yeah, this is definitely just him having a taste of his own medicine, and then just seeing how the government fucked up again, and now they're trying to revert him back to how he was just to save face. And it's like, well, now like we just have a criminal going around again.
Yeah, but again, the movie brings up the interesting debate of just like, is it better for Alex to choose to be this way than to force him to be a different way?
Yeah, like is it actually him now being
good? Is this an actual good thing for him to go back to his violent ways, as long as he's actively being able to choose to do that?
Yeah.
As opposed to the government coming in and just being like, forcing a person to be that way. Shut up, Icebox.
I also like how, because there's themes of like the abuse of liberties and the government. It shows both parties being extreme.
Yeah, very much so.
And I feel like we can all learn something, that both parties can't be extreme. It doesn't mean one's right or wrong, but sometimes we need to meet in the middle and just be good people.
Yeah, true. We even get like in the perspective, it's more emphasized in the book than it is in the movie, but even the writer, when he doesn't realize that Alex is the person that assaulted him, like it's made very clear he also doesn't care about Alex.
Yeah.
Like
he's doing it for his own gain.
Yeah. Like, in the book, like, Alex asks him, like, what are you getting out of this? And, like, the author describes it just like, oh, we're taking down, like, the government and what they're doing. And then Alex asks the question of just like, well, what do I get out of this? Am I able to go back to how I was and normal? And, like, the author has no response. And, in fact, looks at Alex as just like, you're being selfish. Sort of thing.
Yeah.
So it's like even the people that say that they're on your side are not actually on your side.
Yeah.
They have their own ulterior,
their own agenda,
their own motives. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's I don't know. There's a lot of heavy themes in this. Is there more? I took a screenshot too.
I mean, the movie ends with them singing in the rain.
Yeah.
I'm singing in the rain. I'm singing in the oil. But no, that's a Clockwork Orange.
I rated this, I think, a 3. It was a 3.
Okay, I see that.
Yeah, I mean, definitely better than an average movie because of the fact that it does have some really good, heavy thinking topics. But it's heavy to watch.
It's hard to watch.
Yeah.
But I think that's why I love it the most. It's like, it's got those themes that like really challenges the audience and their perspectives in a way that I don't think Kubrick really did beforehand. I don't know. Like, it brings up an interesting debate about morality, about free will, and like what the nature of just like a person being able to choose to be good versus evil, and whether or not like we should take that choice away from a person.
Yeah.
Like, I don't love this movie because I like our main character. Totally the opposite. I just love what this movie has to say about a society that allows a person to be this way, and like what steps we should actually take to fixing that kind of problem, and presenting it a method in there that's just like, this is totally wrong.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I rated this. I mean, it's my top 5 favorite. I rated it 4.5 out of 5 stars.
Of course, love that.
Most of my movies, we'll get to some of them, I rated like 4.5 out of 5 or higher. So
yeah.
No, love A Clockwork Orange. I may never read this book again for obvious reasons. But no, I've loved this movie since I first watched it, and I probably will continue forever.
Yeah.
So. But anyway, who the fuck cares what we have to think?
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter because now we're getting into our favorite segment. What does Letterboxd have to think?
Yay!
I have quite a few, more than I thought. So
I felt like you're gonna have a lot, so I don't have as many.
Okay.
I
wonder if we have. I wonder if one of yours is like the same ones that I screenshotted.
Maybe.
So.
I'll start with this one. I thought it was funny. It was 2 stars. If any man tells you this is their favorite movie, just like run away as fast as possible.
To be fair, this is not my favorite movie, so.
So true. It's just your top 5.
It's just in my top 5.
If he says it's in his top 5, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
And if it's at the bottom of that 5.
Okay, and then this one says there's no rating on this. It said this film is undoubtedly a visual masterpiece. It's also a film I would probably never watch again because not even Kubrick can make me care for someone as vile as Alex DeLarge and what his character brings. There is so much interesting symbolism in A Clockwork Orange. There are fascinating themes to discuss, and of course, there's a masterful visual storytelling. And yet, it's all wrapped around characters, none of whom are relatable, with a hero, which I don't know about that, who learns.
He's not a hero.
Yeah, I don't think that they're trying to make
there
him
is
a hero.
no hero in this, and I think even Kubrick himself is just like, it's wrong to describe A Clockwork Orange with good and bad characters.
Yeah, I agree. Who learns nothing on his journey. I realize I'm in the minority here, but this is undoubtedly my least favorite Kubrick work. Still,
wow! Even when Eyes Wide Shut exists,
still, it's an unforgettable film that has a lot to say, with an iconic performance from Malcolm McDowell. So I can't really give it a low rating just based on my personal dislike for the characters. Basically, when it comes to my feelings, A Clockwork Orange, they're complicated. So they decided not to rate it.
I don't necessarily disagree with all that. I think some of these people just kind of had the wrong reading of the movie.
I think so too. And I mean, like we were talking about with kind of like Candyman. I was like, I get it.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I don't believe that's what they were trying to do.
Sometimes you have to look at certain movies with a different perspective than what it presents on the surface.
Because so many movies are just very much like there's just a basic outline that a lot of movies follow.
A good and bad character.
Yeah, we got a good and bad character, or if we have a bad character, a lot of the times they become good. And it's like, no, that's not all Melvin.
It's like, I don't necessarily disagree of just like not liking something because there's no likable characters. Like, I don't like the first season of American Horror Story for that exact reason. Mm-hmm. There's no good characters. But then, like, contrast that with, like, a show like Fall of the House of Usher, where it's like, there's no likable characters in that, but it's just like, they get their comeuppance, and it's satisfying to watch.
Yeah.
So,
no, it's like, you can have you can have both. You can have none at all. Like you said, you can have just no good characters that you like. Mm-hmm. But because of the fact that you do see them get, kind of like how we see Alex here. We see him get his comeuppance.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, you should be like, hell yeah.
And again, this movie's not asking you to sympathize with Alex. I feel like that's the wrong interpretation to have. Yeah. I don't think Kubrick would endorse someone like Alex existing. In fact, because there was a copycat person that did some of like what Alex did in the UK, he specifically pulled the movie from the UK because of it.
Yes, that's why. Because that's why a lot of people think it was banned and that like it was pulled because like Kubrick was like, nah, we're not doing that here. We're not hero worshipping this guy.
No.
And then this one was 1 star. I don't care. Your name is literally Alex.
His name is Alex DeLarge.
It's literally Alex. I don't care.
Which actually in the book, they never give him a last name, but he does refer to himself at one point as Alex the Large. So Kubrick was just like Alex DeLarge.
DeLarge. And then this one was 5 stars. Too many boobs. 5 stars.
That's a complaint?
No, not a complaint. They gave it 5 stars. Okay. So they said too many boobs, 5 stars.
I mean, based. I think more movies should have boobs. Can you believe in the 70s, like some PG movies can get away with like a tit flash?
Yeah, no, insane.
Like the movie Airplane, love Airplane. It's a PG movie though, but there's like one scene where it's just like full topless woman. Yeah,
that's wild. But yeah, those are all mine. We also didn't really talk because I kind of like touched on it whenever I was saying that the actresses in this probably weren't treated well. I screenshotted stuff, bro. They were not treated.
No, like the woman who was essayed at the writer's house, like the original actress quit.
Yeah, because it was too much. Apparently, a lot of the applicants had to undress in Kubrick's office. And then subjected to them to like grueling and endless takes. Let me see. Yeah, one of them decided to quit because it was just too humiliating at one point.
I mean, I get it.
Oh, and then one of them, like, she had to sit on the actor's shoulders for weeks, just being like completely naked. Yeah, it's.
I mean, I would quit too.
And I think it was the woman who was assaulted in the couple, like she was in the red jumpsuit
Yeah.
at the home. Apparently McDowell had to tell them that they needed to stop because he was tired of like thrashing her around and like basically like beating her up.
Yeah,
He's like, we need to stop.
Kubrick's, from everything that I've read about him, just like his sets are just, they're unrelenting.
Literally,
but like
wild.
You see it in his movies, like they're fantastic. Like I can love the art, but I can probably not like the artist.
Yeah, no, that's definitely it.
I love Kubrick as a filmmaker, but I feel like as a person, he was not a good person.
Yeah, like they got the shot for sure, and like it's the lengths that he went to get them. But
I think Malcolm McDowell even described at one point, there was a documentary that I watched a while, like Kubrick on movies or something like that. I can't remember the name of the documentary, but literally Malcolm McDowell described it, and he's like, one day you can love Kubrick, and the next day you would want to strangle him.
Yeah, so. Well, that might have been the day that he was like, "Yeah, we need to stop because I'm like just bashing this." Yeah. It's a bashing about on the girl, and he's like, "We need to stop this take now." Right. But yeah, those were mine.
Here's some of the ones I have. Half a star. Quite frankly, I don't understand nor trust anyone rating this anything above 1 star. This is a film profiting off women getting raped. Great. YouTube. The women in this only exist to be great. I don't see how that is excusable in any way whatsoever. I don't care that the visuals are good. I don't care about any arguments that support that this is a masterpiece. Women being written without any depth, without any care in the world, only to be used as plot device to satisfy grapists. Because yes, that's what this movie is. It's not a movie I can go and that I can with good conscience watch and support. Absolutely sick and disgusting, not in an artistic way that has been done successfully before, but just disgusting in a I wish the makers of this would have seen the inside of a prison cell way.
Dang.
Harsh. I can see why they think about it that way.
Yeah.
Sure. I don't necessarily agree. Like, I mean, we're seeing this from the perspective of a psychopath. So yeah, the women aren't going to be written like with any kind of emotional depth.
Well, I don't think any of the characters were written with emotional depth, honestly. Like,
I mean, when you really
like the Monty Python character, he's just yelling. Like,
have you ever been a homosexual?
Yeah, no, like I don't think any of them were very that deep.
Also, like, it's a primarily male cast.
And I mean, it is like you said, following a character who is
so
sexist.
Context does matter in some sorts, but I see where they're coming from.
Oh, for sure. I do not blame them for not liking this movie.
Yeah. Half a star. I couldn't get through 20 minutes of this film. Who genuinely thinks this is a masterpiece? So this person didn't even see Alex getting his comeuppance. He just saw the wife's, like the writer's wife get assaulted. It's like, I'm done.
I can see why people would turn it off at that point, too.
Yeah. Half a star, a poopwork brown, writing emoji, fire emoji.
That's funny.
I thought that was pretty funny. Half a star, finally finished this shit after 40 days. It's a marathon, not a sprint. Fuck this movie, fuck you Kubrick, 0 stars. Watching a single 2-hour-long movie over the span of 40 days is wild.
It is crazy. At one point, I feel like you would have to give up or just like start it over again.
Yeah,
just try to sit there. Yeah.
This one's kind of long-winded. Half a star. Oh, Stanley Kubrick, how have you never failed to disappoint me? Which is wild because I think Kubrick, like, he's had that span of just like iconic movies. Like, what do you mean disappointed by Kubrick?
He said no such thing.
Call me controversial, intolerant, or whatever the hell you'd like, but I cannot help but side with the antagonist of the film. What good is free? Wait a minute.
Wait, what?
Let me read that again.
Okay.
Call me controversial, intolerant, or whatever the hell you'd like, but I cannot help. But I think they don't mean it that way.
Okay.
I think they mean that they can't side with the. Oh no, sorry. But I can't not help but side with the antagonist of the film. So he's talking about the writer the old men.
Okay.
Because the movie does kind of frame it as just like Alex is just like, oh, poor me, I'm being beaten on by these. That's what this person
The main
means.
character is not always the protagonist, everyone. Don't know if you needed that PSA.
This person is thinking like all the people that are getting their comeuppance on Alex are the antagonists.
Okay.
So that's what they mean.
Okay.
What good is free will if innocent women doubt the pleas of the helpless and fears it turns out to be a cry of a wolf? If men, well, actually, nothing seems to happen to the men in this film, neither redeemed nor vindicated nor fulfilled. I mean, Alex kind of does get his comeuppance. Then they write a quote from the movie: "Choice, the boy has not a real choice, has he? When a man cannot choose, he ceases to be a man. Fuck that. How predictably ironic that the chaplain who sided with the sanctity of free will, even at the cost of creating a nihilistic monster. I do not care if a monster chooses to be good or if he is lobotomized. I only care that he stops being one." So this person would agree with the Ludovico technique. And if given a chance to sign a decree where irredeemable criminals are forcibly conditioned to be good, best believe my signature will be among them.
Okay.
So this person's siding with the government, just like take away people's free will, which I don't agree with.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I get where they're coming from because
I get wanting to stop these terrible people, but it's just like taking away their free will.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that's right.
Inhumane kind of thing. It's like it's a lot more deeper than just like nothing's black and white. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Half a star. Kubrick's wet dream displayed as a movie. I hope whatever pit they got special for him in hell right now has extra pitchforks at the bottom. Which is crazy because this is based off of a book. These aren't necessarily Kubrick's words.
To be fair, like he did make the movie, but
he made the movie, but it's just like it's based off of a book. Yeah. Half a star. All right, I thought that maybe my opinion might have changed over the last 2.5 years, but nope. This movie still sickens me. Yet another story that completely disacknowledges women as human beings and instead uses their hollow bodies solely as sexual objects. And the rest isn't even good either. I don't understand how anyone could give this more than 2 stars. Again, context matters. We're being told this story from the eyes of a psychopath. Mm-hmm. Like, I get where you're coming from, dude, but I think you're misreading this movie.
Yeah.
Half a star. Fuck this movie. Quote, parentheses, anyone who genuinely loves this movie is probably a rapist. Red flag. So they're calling me out. I have made it very clear that I do not agree with Alex's ways.
Yeah,
so.
I don't like. It's fine. We said it before already. He's not the protagonist.
Yeah. No, not at all.
You don't have to agree with him.
Right, I'm going to skip over some of the long ones that I have here. Mm-hmm. Half a star. Fuck this movie, bruh. An insult to women everywhere.
Bruh.
So, bruh. Half a star. Deadass had to stop watching this movie. What the fuck? If anyone tells me to rate this movie anything above 1 star, I'm literally filing a restraining order. What the fuck?
How you said the first what the fuck reminded me of, and I have never watched like an actual episode of this. I keep getting clips of it. Smiling Friends. What the fuck?
That's great. Jade's gonna appreciate that.
That's so true.
I appreciate that too. I love Smiling Friends.
I want to watch it.
It's really good. It's not even a hard watch. Like each episode's like 15 minutes.
Yeah, so. And it's funny because I messaged Jade saying I wanted to watch it, and literally like days later I found out they were ending it.
Yeah, they literally were ending with 3 seasons. They were originally gonna go for like 7, but then like Zach, the creator, was just like, ended on a high note.
Which is good. No, I definitely love that.
Kind of how the Beatles ended. They ended on a high note, but they didn't agree to it. Obviously, they broke up because they hated each other.
They said, "We're done here."
They were just like, "Fuck John Lennon."
Yeah, no.
And John Lennon's like, "Fuck all of you."
He's like, "Actually, I don't like any of you anymore."
Yeah. Half a star. This film feels completely empty. No moral, no meaning. Just pure disturbing chaos. That's not true. This movie has meaning.
Mm-hmm. There is.
Yeah.
There's meaning there.
Half a star. This shit is overhyped. Holy fuck. I was so excited to turn that shit off and put on Big Bang Theory. Can you believe that? To choose to like
That's so funny.
put on the Big Bang Theory instead of this. I fucking hate the Big Bang Theory.
I watched all of the Big Bang Theory. It's not funny.
No, there's not a single good joke.
I don't know why I decided to watch all of it, but I did because I kept getting reels on it, and I was like, I might as well just freaking watch this. And it was when I was overnight and I needed to like binge something. That was one of them. And then I watched Young Sheldon after that.
You watched Big Bang Theory and then you chose to watch Young Sheldon.
Yeah, because Young Sheldon's actually good.
Oh, interesting.
Compared to the Big Bang Theory, Young Sheldon's actually funny. Because everyone is like, God, Sheldon's so annoying. And at first, it's his show, but then after a while, it's really not.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah.
You fucker.
Sorry, there's a bug there. Oh my God.
And then, fucking get out of my house.
Okay.
Not you. That's going to be confusing for people who don't watch the video.
I thought you were talking to a gnat. That was fine.
Okay, and then last one I got here, half a star. Personally, my limit for gang grapes in a movie is 2. This, of course, tallies the 3 gang grape scenes. That personally is one too many. Got me.
I can get drawing a line.
I draw a line at 3. 2 is fine. 3, nah.
3 is too many.
4, right out.
Bro, have you ever seen what the hell is that movie called?
I have seen 2 Girls, 1 Cup.
No,
I'm just kidding, I haven't.
Is it Take to the Grave? Is that no? That's
I
literally
Spit
something
on Your
else.
Grave.
I Spit on Your Grave.
Yes, I have seen I Spit on Your Grave.
Like the original.
The original
one?
I have seen.
I don't think I think I ended up having to turn that shit off.
Oh,
it was a lot.
You haven't seen it? Did you get to the part where she cuts the dude's dick off?
I don't think so.
That hurt.
Because the first like couple of scenes were heavy, man, and I was like,
well, have you seen Last House on the Left?
I haven't. I really want to. That's on my list.
Original, hate it. It's got weird tonal shifts where it's like you go from a scene of like this girl being like aggressively like essayed to like you got these 2 bumbling idiot cops that are just like stumbling around, just like, oh no, like tripping over themselves. It's so bizarre.
But the remake is better.
I think so. It's more tonally consistent than the original. And that's a shame to say because like the original is by Wes Craven. And I feel like Wes Craven in his later career was able to do horror and comedy, but that original, no, that's not it. Not it.
I feel like it would be hard to do horror comedy with that
as the subject material.
Yeah.
Also, there is no house on the left, last house on the left in that movie. It's a house that's out there.
It's not
misleading title. That's actually a true story. Like they came up with the title Last House on the Left because it sounded cool. And then, like, someone pointed out, it's like, there is no, like, Last House on the Left.
Like, it's in the middle of nowhere.
They're like, who fucking cares? This is the 70s. We can get away with doing anything.
I suppose.
But anyway, yeah, that was A Clockwork Orange. Fun discussion. Like,
Yay!
All 5 of these movies I'm so excited to talk about.
I'm so excited for next week.
I know you are, and guess what? I'm fucking pumped for next week, because next week, we're doing John Carpenter's The Thing.
Yes, my favorite horror movie.
My favorite horror movie of all time as well. I fucking love this movie. It's going to be a great conversation.
It's so amazing. I want to talk about it right now. Oh, I can't wait.
Once again, because the movie is based off of a book, I'm going to be reading that. And like I've told you before the podcast, I'm also going to go the extra mile. I'm going to watch The Thing from Another World, which was the movie before The Thing. I'm going to watch the prequel as well. So, The Thing from 2011. Yes. So, I'm so excited. Guys, I hope you're excited for it too, because, like, phenomenal movie.
Shaking.
It's going to be
foaming
great.
At the mouth.
Yes!
I can't fucking wait. Ugh. It's going to be it's going to be great.
It's going to be amazing. But anyway, thank you guys for listening. Please like, rate us, subscribe on YouTube, do all that good stuff. Help us out. That would be great.
Follow us on our socials.
Follow us on our socials on Facebook and Instagram. Let us know. What do you guys think of A Clockwork Orange? Do you love it? Do you fucking hate it? Are you guys looking at me differently now?
Do you hate us? Yeah. What's going on? Are we okay? Are we good?
Specifically, because I'm the one who rated this movie
very
high
true.
up. I feel like I made my points very clear, though.
Yeah, it's like, he's not a good person.
No, he is not a good person. I love the moral and ethical principles that this movie brings up. And it
was shot really nicely.
I mean, that helps, too.
Yeah.
And I do love, like, how harsh of a watch this is for people. I love that it challenges people, so... I will always, like, thumbs up movies that challenge the audience members. So.
Go challenge yourself, everyone.
Go watch the movie Challengers with Zendaya. Yeah.
It gets freaky.
But anyway, guys, stay crispy.
Wispy. Who is crispy? This
the old man, I guess. He's kind of crispy.
He was a little crispy. Yeah, stay a little crispy.
I know you. The craziness that he does, yeah. Stay spooked, my little droogies. And we will video you next week.
And pour a glass of milk and then pour it down the drain. And don't drink it. Unless
it's
you're
empty, so.
Crazy, like apparently Cody is.
Apparently. All right, thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.